I don't mean to geek, but we here.
140 characters in these streets.
Back with another one. Your host, Mike Jordan. I'm here with my boy again, JoeyTmoney.
Yo.
We in here with LSD, the producer.
Hey, shout out to LSD.
This episode is brought to you by Tequila Sunrises and Very Cheap Beer.
What you know about that Miller High Life?
40 with you. We drinking hella cheap, but guess what? All alcohol does the trick, so fuck all y'all niggas. Want to drink Hennessy and shit.
Hold tight.
Little niggas out here drinking Hennessy, can't even finish the bottle.
Broke motherfuckers ain't got a car.
Hey.
Drinking Hennessy.
Mm-hmm.
If you living at your mama house, you got a bottle of Henny. Kill yourself.
You with a bottle of Henny, and you living at your parents' house.
Kill yourself.
Reevaluate.
Kill yourself.
Please do.
Yeah, I got a question for you.
I'm smoking early.
Have you ever had?
Mr. Sophisticated man.
They right there.
This nigga here, I'm a classic man.
Yo, you ever had the Henny hot dog?
Bro, it's the hen dog sound wild, nigga, I'm telling you.
What happened at your dinner or whatever it's called?
Like
The Henny hot dog, man. Hold on, let's keep it on the Henny hot dog for a minute. Apparently, there is a dude that's boiling hot dogs.
he makes everything with Henny, bro. I don't know his name, but I know he cooks everything with Henny.
Possible,
Yeah, Henny, he is the one that coined the phrase "anything is possible." Yeah, the nigga with the dreads on.
Don't give him no shine. Don't give him no shine. Anything is possible.
You talking about giving no shine? You gonna bring up the hen dogs though? Whose fault is that?
That
The hen dogs look fucking fire.
shit looks so nasty, dog. Hey, so we smoke cigarettes here at the 140 Characters Podcast, and if you don't smoke cigarettes, fuck you. Nah, I'm just joking. But I smoke in my house. Thank you. Look at that, saving the match. So nice. Oh, is it gonna burn out?
That's because I'm a veteran smoker, man.
All you diet smoking, vaping ass niggas, fuck you.
Every episode we go on in vapors
I
until
hate
y'all
it,
just
man.
put that shit away.
Yeah, well, we got some real shit to talk about today,
I'm not
man.
trying to smell fucking cream and baby lotion when you smoking.
Yeah. All I'm gonna say is we got some real shit to talk about today, cause listen to this for a second. This is happening all over the south and west side of Chicago. I'm gonna give you one more. Because 77 people were shot in 2 days on the south and west side of Chicago last weekend. On fucking Sunday, 44 people were shot on a fucking Sunday.
Let me ask you this.
You motherfuckers need Jesus, boy. Like 44 on a Sunday? I'm sorry to get so hyped, but put the gun down. It's Sunday.
I mean,
It's fucking Sunday, bro.
They clearly need Jesus, man, but like, with that topic, where are you going to approach it?
I'm going to approach it right here. It's Sunday. Put the fucking guns down. Also, the police in Chicago, how does 77 people get shot in one city
On your watch.
in 2 days, 44 on a Sunday, and there's 0 arrests?
Hey, to keep it a buck.
No, there's no keeping it a buck 40 with this. There's none of that.
Cause you're talking about
There's
they
no,
need
it's
Jesus.
44 on a Sunday, bro.
You talk about they need Jesus. You take religion out of school, you take religion out their life, because how many of their parents are sending them to church on Sunday?
That's bullshit, man. Mad people go to church in Chicago. I don't want to hear that.
Okay,
It's these fucking idiots out here
Whose parents are
shooting
doing that?
at somebody that they got beef with on a Sunday. You don't do that.
Beef don't
Hold
sleep.
that shit till Monday. I get it. You know, y'all in the streets, y'all banging. I understand. But hold on, it's Sunday, bro.
I gotta like touch on the root cause here, man. Like, Chicago's a gun-free city. Like, obviously there's a lot of past, with violence in Chicago and everything. Like, what do you think it stems from?
It's drugs and money, man. It's money and power. Gang violence is real there. Look, the cops super suck. Let's be real. I don't know. There's no excuse for 70s. No, I'm going to finish this statement. I'm in my bag right now. The cops suck really bad. I'm not blaming them for people getting shot, but how you get 0 arrests out of 77 motherfucking shootings on one weekend? Where are the police? What are they doing? What are they doing?
They're letting the people police themselves.
Apparently.
Clearly.
Look, I'm not gonna lie. I did some research on this shit, bro. I was on Twitter for about an hour and a half trying to figure out who is killing who in Chicago. And I was able to determine in an hour and a half on Twitter because people really do. They post about this shit in Chicago. They post about where they live and what's going on. And that's real. Shouts to them because that's the real news. You're not gonna find the news like that. You're not gonna find somebody giving a fucking picture outside the window of the mother. When 77 people are getting shot in 2 days, there are pictures everywhere. But the reporters don't really, they ain't in the house and project this shit is happening at. They ain't in the neighborhood this shit is happening at. And let me tell you what, in an hour and a half from 1,500 miles away, I was able to find out there are 3 gangs at war in Chicago right now. Where are the police? How the police don't know this? How the police don't know who these gang members are and pull them into the fucking precinct and talk to them to figure out who the fuck is busting at who?
They know, but ain't nobody gonna talk.
It doesn't matter. Get them off the street.
But the sad part
You
is
get them off the street for 24 hours. If you have no person,
that's fine.
police have the
Okay, so you get them off the street for the day and they go kill somebody next.
You know what? I 100% blame. I'm not blaming the cops for people getting shot. I'm blaming the cops for not having any sort of real solutions that they're providing. What is the solution? What are they gonna do?
Protect you.
Yeah, 100%. What if you're the old lady right now living on North Mason in Chicago, South Side? What are you supposed to do? What are you supposed to do?
Buy a gun.
That's the only thing you can do.
But it's illegal to own a gun
Thank
in
you.
Chicago.
Thank you. That's the only thing you can do because the cops ain't doing it.
Gun laws.
Right.
You go out of state and get a strap.
So I'm a little bit turned up about this subject.
Well, I agree with you, Jordan. I mean, that's like...
What are you supposed to do though? When they drop in 77 people are getting shot in 2 days, you can't tell the police.
Weed's illegal in
You
Chicago,
can't.
they smoke weed, so it's
You
not
can't
that hard to get
snitch.
a gun.
You
It's not the
cannot.
same.
No, but for the law-abiding citizen that doesn't want to break the law, it is hard for them to get a gun.
It is.
So the old man or the old lady on the corner on a Sunday, bro, they going to church. These shootings are happening at 2 in the afternoon, 1 in the afternoon, 12:30, 8 in the morning. Bro, imagine going to church and you getting busted at, or somebody is driving up, hopping out the car and shooting at somebody that's walking down the same street as you. And you got your church hat on, and you trying to walk to church. This is craziness, bro. That's terrorism. That's war. There is literally a war going on. 77 people getting shot in 48 hours is crazy.
I just want to quote something. It's Kanye line. I know we like bang on Kanye a little bit, but real talk, he did say 3,000 something died in Iraq, 5,000 something died in Chicago, like same year type shit. I mean, there literally is like a war.
He said 40 killings in a weekend, 40 killings in a week.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, that doesn't even happen in fucking war zones. I mean, literally.
It doesn't. It doesn't. And the sad part of it is I'm not trying to, I know I came off like I'm blaming the police, man. The police are not out here shooting people. I mean, but they also are not out here doing anything about it.
Hold them accountable.
Like, it's not even about holding them accountable.
Because people can't police themselves.
I did a little bit more research on this. This topic got me hot as fuck because I could not understand how 44 people get shot on a Sunday. Like, this is not for those people who don't understand. If you are a different religion, it doesn't matter. Sunday still should be at least a little bit reserved. I quote Sci-Hi. You know Sci-Hi the Prince? His whole album is called No Dope on Sunday. He's not super religious. It's just, hey, man, we should have one day where shit doesn't pop off. You got old ladies walking to the church. That's crazy, man. You got old ladies on the city bus trying to go to the church,
don't
bro.
Sleep. It don't matter what day it is to these people.
It should matter.
It doesn't. Not to young cats, man. They don't follow the old head. Oh shit.
Shit, I don't fuck. We got some technical difficulties going on here. We gonna get adjusted.
Hey, hold tight on the audio. You don't fucked up the video. You unplugged the cable.
Oh, I did.
Yeah, you fucked the camera all the way up. We might have to start this whole shit over.
Nah, it should come back.
Either way, man, it doesn't matter, man. This topic is so important, like in my book. Are we coming in?
I did.
Give him a couple more pounds, man. Logan just jacked the whole podcast up.
Turn it back around. We're still coming through the speakers.
You gotta click allow on the computer too. We're gonna have to start this.
Get that straight. Hold on.
No, we got some. We're just having a little technical difficulty.
God damn. Are we still recording or did we start it over again? Yeah, we gotta start over. Logan is such a bad producer.
140 characters in these streets.
140 fucking characters again. Mike Jordan, JoeyTmoney, LSD, drunk as shit, slew foot ass over here, kicked the
long body.
Goddamn cord out. But that's beyond the fucking point. Thank you for tuning in. Please subscribe to the channel.
We also are gonna leave the ugly, the fuck ups. We're gonna leave the fuck ups in there because that's kind of funny.
Yeah,
but it's real.
Funny.
We're a little bit drunk, so we can't. We ain't got no professional people in here. We just living. Anyway, the subject that we were on before Logan's long ass feet fucked the cable up was long ass footed ass giraffe ass big sock having ass motherfucker.
Chicago, please.
But the topic that we were talking about was a very, 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 very real subject, and I'm gonna keep talking about it.
Police are useless.
So the police in Chicago are. It's not that they're. It's not. I'm not blaming them for anybody getting shot. I'm not blaming them for the situation. They're not gang leaders, but they have no understanding, idea, or knowledge about the community they police. If you can't have anybody come to you and tell you what is going on before the shit starts going on, you are not doing your job well. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's got to be some communication between the streets and the police where the streets are telling the police at least a little bit like, yo, this weekend about to be real hot. Something's happening between these people and these people. We need more of you guys down here in this area.
It's called snitching.
It's not. No, it's not. It's not, man. It's different. It's different. Because it's not snitching when it's an old lady. It's not snitching when it's a citizen.
But how's the old lady gonna know that these
Bruh, there's different rules for people who's in the game and who's not in the game. And in Chicago, even if you're not in the game, you can't tell the police anything because they will not protect you. You will get shot in the street.
Like you said earlier, you found the shit out on Twitter. Ain't no old lady on Twitter gonna do that.
Dog, you telling me with a straight face the old lady don't know. The old lady in the corner where 4 bodies just dropped doesn't know who the fucking shooter is.
No.
You're tripping. She out the window all day anyway, looking at something. She know exactly who did it. She know their mama. She know their aunt. She know their cousin. You ain't never lived in no city though. I'm telling you.
I have lived in a city. I live in Austin, nigga, and this shit don't happen.
Because in Austin, the police know what's going on.
This isn't fucking do the right thing where the bitch sits in the fucking windowsill all day.
All I'm saying is the old ladies, the old men in Chicago know exactly what's happening, and they're not telling because they're scared too. You telling me that an old 62-year-old man? No, but I can see it. Look at it. Look at what's happening.
How you know they're too scared to say it? There's people.
Okay, so
initiatives to try to build up.
You're correct. And
so you mean to tell me the people that are doing this are just letting this shit slide?
So those people that are doing it,
are they not going to the police?
So those people that are doing it, that are former gang members
you're saying
and stuff.
That they're not going to the police.
Can I finish?
No, is that what you're saying?
Can I finish?
No, just answer.
May I finish, sir?
No. Are they going to the police? Yes or no?
No, they're not going to the police. You know why?
So why would they start the initiative to end gangs and all this, but they're not going to go?
They're not.
Who are supposed to?
Let me. Can I say something?
Oh, speak.
Please let me talk. Let me talk now. Let me talk now. Let me talk now. All right, so
beneficial to the police.
All right, so I will say this, right? The major part of the problem in Chicago is the way they hire police, right? If you're a former gang member, you have a lot more to offer than someone with 60 college credits.
And what former gang member is going to put on a fucking badge?
Those same gang members that are opening up those organizations. No, those same gang members that are opening up those organizations trying to help the street.
Gang members who also
those same former.
Hold
Hold on, let me finish. I'm just answering your point about the former gang members that open up those organizations that won't talk to the police. What if they were the police? What if those former gang members that are trying to build organizations to stop the violence there are the actual people in charge of policing the community? Wouldn't that be a smarter decision?
It would be, but I'm not in it.
You would get better leads. You would have less violence immediately. It doesn't make sense to me that the cops want to hire someone in Chicago that has no idea about the streets there.
But all these hypothetical situations, man.
These are not hypotheticals, man. It's real. If you hire people from Chicago in the South and West Side that are in the shits and going through what's happening, they're going to have more of a respect of what's happening and understanding of what's happening, and be able to maybe solve a crime.
So most of these former gang members probably have rap sheets, probably have felonies.
They're not allowed to join the police department if you even have a misdemeanor.
So how can they?
So why is that a thing?
They're already.
That's the question I'm asking. It doesn't. Why is that a thing? Why is that the requirement?
So, I mean, you could rewrite.
So you want all your police to be lily white and never have an idea of what's going on in the street?
Lily white, but have a clean rap.
So you want them to have no idea what's going on in the street? You don't want them to know that the eighth is $60 on this corner. You don't want them to know that? Because in my opinion, a better police officer would know that an eighth costs $60. And not come up to a person and not know the prices, not know the understanding of what's happening in the community. It would be much smarter if you had police officers that actually knew what shit went for, who was in charge of doing what. And you try to communicate and build through that way.
That's within their own police community to figure that shit out.
They can't because the people they're hiring have no relationship with the people they're trying to police.
The higher ups know. You mean to tell me somebody's been on the police force 20 years don't know this shit?
They absolutely don't know. How do 77 people get shot and no one get arrested in 2 days? This is why. This is how. Like, there's no other answer. They have no idea what is going on their corner.
Right now.
They don't. That's what I'm saying. And that's because all the cops have to have a super clean record and 60 college credits. Explain to me how the fuck 60 college credits is gonna solve a gang war in South and West Side Chicago.
77 people got shot. That's a lot of people to try to dig through. Who's to say in a few days they can't have arrests?
Nothing.
It doesn't. Not one arrest.
Okay, so look how many. Most of the shootings probably happen. You run up on somebody, you shoot him, and you dip on foot.
It does no. Most of it was drive-bys. They hopped out the whip and shot. This is another point. Wait a minute. I'm gonna build on. Let me build on this point right here. Right? When it comes to the cars, this is a major problem with the policing. Why are cops all in the cars? You got 4 neighborhoods you know is trash and terrible. Why don't you just walk around? Walk a beat. That's what cops used to do. Why are they stuck behind their car with the window up all day?
People also shoot at cops.
Well, you know what? That's your job. I'm not saying your job is to go out here and be a target, but goddamn it, somebody has to do something.
Right. I mean,
what is the solution?
What you sign up for.
This is it. Like, what about the old people, bro? What about the old lady? What about the old dude? Somebody got to do something. You know what's going to happen if nobody does anything is the National Guard is going to come in there, and then what's going to happen is all the people that live there is going to get kicked the fuck out, and they're going to put condos in that motherfucker. That's exactly what's going to happen. If you don't do anything in Chicago right now, that's what's going to happen. Do you want Southwest side of Chicago to now be just a condo? Because that's what it's gentrification, bro. Happening in Brooklyn. You think I'm lying? Look at Brooklyn right now. Why you think a house is $600,000 in Brooklyn that 2 years ago was not $600,000? The reason is gentrification. They kicked all the hood motherfuckers out, and the police forced them out. And then what happens? You break it down and you rebuild. That's exactly what's gonna happen in Chicago. And they're gonna force them to Peoria or somewhere else in the middle of nowhere, Chicago or Illinois. That's what's gonna happen.
I would like to speak on this, man, because like honestly, at the officer level, I don't feel like it's their particular fault. Like, it's definitely a top-down.
I think it's about the hiring.
It's the hiring.
It's the hiring.
Making the decision.
No, it's who is saying that it's good for a cop to have 60 college credit hours, and you're coming from an area that hasn't. Like, it doesn't make sense that is a requirement. When having an English degree is not going to help you talk to somebody who doesn't give a fuck about an English degree.
Right.
And that's the people you're trying to police. That's the situation. The rules on the ground in Chicago are crazy.
I didn't know that, Joe. To be honest with you, I didn't know that they required.
Yeah, 60 college credit hours and never even a misdemeanor, bro. Never even a misdemeanor.
Don't be wrong.
You're not going to get...
inherently probably makes you like a more well-rounded, quote unquote.
It doesn't, but I don't want a well-rounded person policing the community. I want somebody
being level-headed than anything.
Like, that doesn't necessarily indicate being a good police officer
at all,
or a good person. Not even police officer.
Exactly.
Right. I totally agree. I mean,
look how many rapes and stuff happen on college campuses go on.
100%.
100%. One of these, cops now didn't, participate in shit like that.
We know they have.
Having college credits doesn't morally make you a better person.
Hell no.
But absolutely not. There's no correlation between that. The policing and college credits have no correlation. It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make any sense.
The real problem and the real reason people can't talk to the cops there is not because they don't want to be seen as a snitch. That's not it, man. You can still, if somebody does something dirty, you can still tell on them. And even real G's in the game will still tell on you. If you do something dirty,
then yeah, you can tell them. But if you're in that life, you're not going.
That's what I'm saying, though. That's the biggest problem is in Chicago now. Even the people not in the game can't because it's so dangerous. It's at the point now where it's unmanageable, where even people who are just regular people, the janitor, the motherfucking teacher, can't say anything. Because if they do, it's real repercussions.
Right.
Motherfuckers, because nobody is getting arrested. You got 77 people shot in 2 days and they still walking around the streets. So that means if I go to tell, the motherfuckers are still walking.
I really got to say something on this, man. Like, here's the thing. 77 people.
2 days.
Regardless of how hard that police force is working, man.
They're not working hard enough.
Expect at least one to have an arrest. Like,
77 people shot.
I mean,
where is this on the national news also? Where's CNN when this shit's popping off? Where's Fox News when this shit's popping off? Where is it when this is popping off?
Now, Fox News might try to take a spin and talk about, you say Black Lives Matter, but then look at Chicago.
And Black lives do matter. That's why I'm so mad.
They do.
You know what I'm like? These people matter. It doesn't, like, if you can't go on a Sunday to church, what is wrong with the community you live in? That's crazy. 44 on a Sunday, bro.
Man, let's take it even a step further though. Like, what values have been instilled in that community to where it's pick up a gun before
anything else
or anything else? I mean, like, what happened to make it, grab the strap.
You know what happened?
I mean, we talked about it before. Just these young dudes just don't want to take an L.
That's it.
I
Social
mean, they don't
media.
take an L, man, but
Social media happened.
Pride is very huge in nowadays.
It's embarrassing. I'm sad to say that this is happening in
Nobody
America.
wants their
This is
ego
crazy.
hurt.
I mean, it's easy enough to even say the police are not.
And you got the gang life.
The question is why
and all
are
this
people
other.
shooting each other? Why do people? They need?
I mean, if you're in that gang life, you're gonna kill people.
I mean, I agree with you. That's kind of shit. Territory.
My apologies for getting so amped up. I'm super fucking adamant about this subject because
this should never happen.
I just can't believe it, especially on a Sunday, man.
It should never happen.
There's nothing gangster about letting the shit off on a Sunday, in the middle of the day when people going to church, little kids walking around, shit. There's nothing gangster or cool about that, in any way, shape, or form.
I mean,
you got kids going to Bible study, bro. You got old people going to church, bro.
There's nothing gangster about catching somebody slipping. Like back when I was acting while running streets, we still
Square up.
That's gangster.
That's real. I'm gonna shove you in the chest before we start banging.
Yeah.
You gonna know it's me. We're gonna be right in front of each other. That's gangster.
Nobody throws hands
this shit
on
here, this is terrorism, dog. You just terrorize everybody who lived there because you can catch one straight in a noodle.
You terrorize your own people, and then you get on Facebook and
try to claim you woke.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
Hashtags.
Yeah, try to claim you woke. Ew, that's not woke. That's sleep.
We need to redefine.
That's zombie. You are in zombie mode, bro. That shit frustrates me to no end, man. I'm sorry to get so animated and shit.
I just hate seeing black people kill black people.
I hate seeing anybody kill anybody, man.
But I can't speak for everybody. I can speak for my own self.
But when poor people killing other poor people for no fucking reason, the rich people just win.
Other than
that's the only one winning.
And like what Jay-Z said, y'all killing each other over streets y'all don't even own.
This is facts. Facts. None of these streets are named after you. None of them houses are owned by you.
They're gonna be there when y'all dead and gone.
Oh, so
and
frustrating,
when the people that inhabit them after that are dead and gone, them shits will always.
I need to take a shot for all of those people that's lost, man. I think it was about 15 people that died. Shouts out to the people that work in a hospital in South and West Side Chicago. You worked your ass off this weekend helping people survive, dog. That's real. You know what I'm saying? If you're a nurse in any of the hospitals that live in Chicago this weekend, or that's in Chicago this weekend, or if you're a doctor, you did your motherfucking thing. Because if 77 people get shot, you don't expect only 14 or 15 to die. You know what I'm saying? You expect a lot fucking more. That's real. So shouts out to those people. Shouts out to all the people that fucking, went and paramedic them to the fucking hospital. Shouts out, man. Y'all are the real winners. Y'all get the real dub. You know what I'm saying? This is insane, man. Pour me up one too, man. I got to drink to this shit, man. I'm sorry I get so animated, man, but this shit is real to me, man. It's crazy. It's impossible to think this is happening in America. I'm good.
All right, coffee drink. This bitch.
We're gonna get off this because this shit is sad, man. That shit hurts my soul to
sad
talk
as
about,
fuck.
man. This shit hurts my soul to talk about, man.
Shout out Logan's young ass just learned how to use the bathroom on his own this week.
Shouts out. He's still holding up a drink, though. Don't come after us, police.
But yeah, man, that's crazy, man. Nobody ever deserves to lose their life.
Not for nothing like that. Right there.
Not for something you don't own.
Hey, to all of those people that survived the shootings, man, and I don't know what else, man. Just the people,
speedy fucking recovery.
Absolutely. God rest dead, man. That's terrible. Cheers, man.
Shit's crazy, bro.
We got some other shit to talk about. I got to get off this topic because it just makes me so infuriated, man. We'll talk about that in a little bit.
I didn't play it. I started to play it in my car. Didn't play it.
Bro, I'm telling you, man. Astroworld's nasty.
So we're going to switch topics. Astroworld is fire, but we're going to talk about music a little bit later. I got a couple albums to chat on. Travis Scott, Astroworld, by the way, that album is fire.
Fucking fire.
Yeah, we might as well talk about it now. It is fire. But I wanted to talk about Johnny Manziel.
Oh, we're switching to
Let's
sports.
talk about Johnny Manziel.
I want to talk about Johnny Manziel just for a minute.
Johnny Dollar Signs,
Say
nigga.
about it.
I want to talk about Johnny Manziel playing his first Canadian Football League game. Jordan,
That's
you see
an
this
L.
shit?
That's an L. It's
For
hard.
Alone, it's an L.
4 bingos. Oski.
Yo,
Oski.
my man had 4 interceptions in the first half. They lost 50-11. Think about that.
In all fairness,
50-11.
in all fairness, probably had to knock the rest off. Canadian football is definitely
Ain't no
different
watch.
than American football.
No embarrassment.
But I mean, at the end of the day, he will. As soon as he knocks the rest off, he's still young enough that we will still see the young, the old Johnny football.
But what I'll say about Johnny Manziel is at least he's in Canada now, so it's not our problem.
I mean, all I gotta say is
Straight up. I hope he's at the Canadian club turning up with Justin Bieber right now. Like,
definitely secured the bag. He doesn't need to play football.
he don't got no other talents.
You think them 4 interceptions fucking stopped him from going out that night and doing coke off a bitch's ass?
No.
Exactly.
Justin Bieber was there too. Hey, shouts out to Tequila Sunrise, man. If you haven't drank one of these, you need to drink one of these.
Yeah, this is my first time drinking them.
We've been drinking for about 2 hours
I'm
now.
not as turned as I want to be, but goddamn it, I feel it.
Yeah, it's a good time. We're gonna keep drinking. We got some Miller High Life too.
Shout out Jose. Jose, my friend. I remember having Jose back in the day, man.
The gold bottle.
God, boy.
I gotta drink that
tell you
Plata
what.
now. No more Reposado. I can't drink that
Jose's
gold,
been
man.
good to me through life.
Coming like 5 in the morning one night.
Off the Jose.
Like off the Jose, bro. Like literally, that's all he could say. Like I was like, bro, what are you on? Like
Jose.
he just said, Cuervo. I was like,
That shit'll get you.
Hey, what the Mexican fire chief name his kids? Jose and Jose B.
You racist, bigot. You bigot.
I love Spanish people.
I love Spanish people too.
You
That
talking
chicharrón de
about-
pollo and that motherfucking arroz cacadules. I love you.
I fucking love Spanish people. I ain't never been slapped by a woman until I dated a Spanish woman. Goddamn.
I got punched by my ex-wife
Shit.
multiple
Bitch
occasions.
slapped the taste out of my
She
mouth,
punched
bro.
me dead in my fucking face. Shouts out to my ex-wife. I still got love for you. Hope you're doing well.
Pussy, A1.
Bow, 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 bow.
The actual personality, fucking crazy. Oh my
No,
God.
man, no, they're not all crazy. I'll tell you what it
They're
is.
all crazy.
It's just the anger level gets to aggressive fast.
Close the blinds.
We'll get him in a
I'm
second.
not gonna
Oh no,
lie.
that's too bright.
Look at us right now. We look like we going into the fucking stairways of heaven. Hey, yeah, there's 140 characters, We work on the fucking fly, goddammit. We like a
Hey,
restaurant.
hit you in the
140
And
characters in the streets.
and morals here, nigga. We talk shit.
JB ain't actually
This is a big fact.
in person. Like, it's just a camera.
Shit, don't be no hater, dude, because ain't nobody running up on me.
I want to talk about Colin
I had a
Kaepernick.
nigga say I intimidated him before.
Man,
I
can we
remind
talk
him of the
about-
LL.
I want to. Yeah, I want. That's exactly what I'm gonna talk
We
about.
talking about Formatic?
Yeah, I got a lot to say on this subject too.
I have a lot to say about
I'm a big mouth, but apparently, can you pull up for me, Logan? EA Sports response. There was like a Twitter response they had. Yeah, it was like that they responded where there was like a rights problem or something like that, where they didn't have his name, they didn't have rights to his. I got some ammo on that, but pull up the response real quick. I want to read it word for word as the response they say. EA Sports right now is taking a major L for those who don't know. Cause
And I was about to fucking buy, man.
don't buy it. Don't buy it, bro. It's not worth the money. It's not worth the $60. It's not worth it. Let me explain to you why it's not worth it.
The rookie class is worth it, goddammit.
All right, so for those of you who don't know,
Fucking man and piss me off, guys.
all right, hold on.
That's why
Twist it.
that's why I
Hey,
ain't play last year.
Take the mic to him.
Oh, take mine.
Go ahead, Logan. Speak to the mic.
I quote, basically, we made. Wait. So I think this was Big Sean's statement on it. We made
Nah.
an unfortunate mistake.
No, that's EA.
Madden NFL soundtrack. Let me see what EA was saying. Hold on just a second. Keep on.
All right, so what's happening, if you guys don't know, is Colin Kaepernick, his name was in a song by, it's called Big Bank by Big Sean and I think YG. It's a good song. I'm pretty sure it's Big Bank, right?
Yeah. Big bang, take a little bang.
It's YG, Big
All
Sean.
white range.
Yeah, hold on. It's YG and it's
YG, Big Sean, Nicki Minaj,
Nicki
2
Minaj.
Chainz.
That's it. It's Nicki Minaj.
Big bank, take little
So
bank,
the
nigga.
bars he said was about taking a knee like Kaepernick, but he was talking about a chick. So obviously it's kind of raunchy. He was talking about a chick, giving some domesky or whatever.
Right. Yeah, Big Sean said, no one from my team approved this.
Of course not.
No
Of course
one
not.
from his team approved this. This is just like a last minute second that
So
EA fucking
we
did.
didn't know EA Sports response. They had a long response where they were like, we don't have the rights to broadcast his name in the game because he's not a player. I think it was something along those lines. It was something like that where EA Sports responded. EA, if you don't know, is the maker of Madden, which is the largest video game franchise in almost the world. It's just in America, though. You find the response from EA?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, hold on.
So-
Switch the mic over to him.
I can read it.
We
Oh,
made,
let Jordan read it. Let Jordan read it. Let
Mine
Jordan
is
read it.
pretty good.
Go ahead, read it.
20.
Hey, give him that dramatic white voice.
All right. Oh, hi. My name is
John Smith, executive at EA Sports. We made an unfortunate mistake with our Madden NFL soundtrack. Members of our team misunderstood the fact that while we don't have rights to include Colin Kaepernick in the game, this doesn't affect soundtracks. We messed up. And the edit should never have happened.
Okay, we can stop right there.
We will make it
Nah,
right.
we can stop right there. We can stop right there.
With an update.
It doesn't matter. I don't want to make it right.
With an update.
You know why? I don't want to make it right? Because what happened last year?
Same exact.
Wait a minute now. Here's some research for you that I've done on my own. There was a song in Madden 17, which is last year's, 2 years ago's version of Madden, that included Colin Kaepernick's name. Yeah. Guess what? His name was blurred out as well.
Yep.
They never released a fix. None of that.
Yep. And that's that like research.
In that same, hold on a minute. So just to talk about their legal requirements and standard, in that same soundtrack.
You know what's funny?
Hold on, wait.
Just to sidetrack you real quick.
Right.
On that Madden, when I would play my season, I'd always pick up Colin Kaepernick as a quarterback. Just because that nigga got wavy as fuck on the game. And I
Very good boy.
post the highlights if I need to.
He was a free agent in that game. He was a free agent in that game.
On the read option,
dirty.
Motherfucker was cold. But continue.
Just to build on that, all of this is bullshit. Let me tell you why. I got one reason why I say this is bullshit. They've edited his name twice from 2 different games. We just caught it this year. We didn't catch it last year, right? That's the real fact of the matter. They also had included Spud Webb's name. And Spud Webb, for those who don't know, is a professional basketball player, was a professional basketball player. They absolutely don't have the rights to his name. And his name was included on the soundtrack. It was on a song called Bounce, which I'm sure everyone's heard of.
Clearly
which is
bullshit.
Two Chainz and Lil Wayne, Bounce, great song. It was on the same soundtrack they blurred Colin Kaepernick's name. So let me put my conspiracy theorist hat on for a second. And conspiracy theorist Joe is about to tell you some real shit, because the reality of the situation is Madden is in bed with the owners, because the players don't get the money for the Madden licensing. The NFL Players Association isn't getting that money. The NFL Shield is getting that money.
Right.
So they don't give a shit about the players. They still don't. Even though their whole game is built on the players. You mind letting them out? He ain't going to be quiet. He's going to whine more. Anyway.
I agree with you, Joe. I mean, it's all on the players, and it seems like they literally want to fucking make them slaves. I mean,
I'm telling you, man. NFL players are slaves, man. I'm not saying that they're not getting paid right. They're getting paid pretty well, right? But they're just slaves, man. They're slaves. They don't have any sort of understanding of how much they're actually worth. They're worth way more than they understand, and they refuse to go on strike to solve these problems. So it's just frustrating.
We don't have this whole go on strike conversation. Man.
It's definitely frustrating. I'm gonna switch topics because we're gonna stay on sports for just another minute. But Urban Meyer apparently is covering for his wide receiver coach that is beating the shit out of his wife on a regular basis.
Which I just want to add, absolutely unacceptable.
Yeah, don't beat women. I'm just totally against that. Sometimes they may deserve a slap, but you don't give them a slap. Yeah, be real, women. Women out there, you do some shit. Y'all are not all innocent out there. Sometimes you do some shit that might need a slap. But you can't hit women.
Take a shot before you say it.
I'm being real. You can't hit women. I'm not condoning striking a woman.
You can never hit a
But
woman.
that doesn't mean they didn't deserve it. I'm not saying in his case they deserved it, but sometimes women do some fucked up shit, bro.
On an entirely different plane.
Sometimes women hit men.
Yeah, if she hit him.
Watch my bomb.
Even then,
I've gotten struck so many times by women because I'm a savage. Sometimes I say savage shit. Sometimes
You slap.
do I look fat? Yes, bitch, you look fat every day. Bow. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bitch.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes
Even
men
then,
say shit that
even
deserve to
then.
get hit. But I'm not saying it's okay to hit a woman, but sometimes they do deserve to get hit. I'm not saying that we should, but sometimes they say some real out of pocket shit, and sometimes it sucks, but you can't hit them.
That's why you get the bad one to go fight him.
Yeah, you gotta get your sister on her. My sister would kill a bitch right now. If I was like, yo, Trish, this bitch is really talking that wild shit. I need you to cover me. Like, she would come up here and she would put the fucking hands and feet on a woman. She would put her hand. I know my sister well. She
Urban
would.
Meyer knew though. I can't stand behind that.
I don't really care. I mean,
If you don't care about that,
Grab him by the pussy.
you don't care that Trump said grab my pussy. When are we gonna start protecting women in this country?
oh come on, we protect the shit out of them already, bro.
What you mean? Look how many people
All right.
beat rape.
I gotta
Beat
agree with
rape.
JB on this one. Drop my phone, but I still gotta agree with JB on
Hey,
this one.
hey,
Real shit,
all right.
Like, women get fucking the short end of the stick straight up on most of the shit.
These women get raped and in 3 months the nigga
Wait a
that
minute.
raped them is back. at the
That's
same
crazy.
fucking
I'm not
place
on
where
board.
he at?
Wait a minute. I'm not on board
So
with
you mean to
that.
tell me this bitch got her ass whipped
Wait a
for
minute.
6 fucking years?
Wait a
and
minute.
we
Wait a
supposed to
minute.
let
Wait a
that shit
minute.
go?
Wait a minute. I'm not saying let it go. I just say Urban Meyer is not the one who did it.
He's not the one that did it, but he
Yeah.
was.
Wait a minute. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying. Wait a minute. Y'all attacking me like I'm condoning being bitches.
said you should be.
No, I didn't. You're taking my shit out of context. Rewind it. Please rewind it. I never said that.
You said during time.
I said sometimes they deserve it. Doesn't mean you do it. My dog deserves to get kicked in the head on a regular basis because of the dumb shit he does. I don't out here soccer footing my dog in the head.
She's a slurper.
I mean, sometimes people deserve shit, and they don't. You know, you can't do it though. Like some women are savage too.
Okay, so what has she done so bad in the 6
I don't
years that
know.
she's constantly getting her ass?
I don't
whipped?
know.
Murder in the first. Manslaughter.
This is real. Let me put it to you this way. So if a man cheats, right? Sometimes it's just opportunity. Like I'm at the spot
How
or
we
whatever.
at this? We're still talking about her getting beat the fuck up.
It's kind of real. I'll come back to it. I like what point you. I'll come back to
Beat
it.
the fuck up.
I mean,
I'm not like
For years.
subtracting from that.
look, I'm not
years.
condoning that at all. All I'm saying is, whose business is Urban Myers with that? Is that his
Harry
business?
Sandusky was touching kids, lost his job that day.
Touching kids is way worse than beating an adult.
Okay, if you want to look at it on a religious standpoint, then a
Joe
sin is a
Paterno
sin is a
didn't
sin.
lose his job that day.
But Joe Biden eventually lost his job, right?
Oh.
Because he didn't report.
But
What
Urban
he knew.
Meyer did report what he
did
did.
report in 09, but
Wait a minute.
2015.
Wait a
But
minute.
then he just went.
He
just went on
did
TV and said
report
he did
it.
not know that it was still going on.
He didn't.
But there's text proof.
But he reported it.
Okay.
That
he reported
there's
it.
text
He
there's
did
text
report
proof
it.
that his wife knew.
Okay, so you don't think his wife is gonna come?
Maybe
to him
he
about
told his wife 2 years before. Yo, if you hear some wild shit like that,
it?
don't
You
tell me.
think his-
Plausible
you don't think him and his wife
deniability.
will talk- Me and Hillary talk about shit that don't even.
But you ain't married.
affect us.
Married people don't talk. Trust me, I've been there. We don't talk.
No. Poor
You just go to work.
married people don't talk. Rich
That's
motherfuckers
true.
that got shit to talk.
I gotta go to work. Shut up. I'm trying to go to sleep.
Hey, let's go to Four Seasons. Oh, baby, you won't believe who just texted me. She has a fucking black eye again. You gonna sit here and tell me that Urban Meyer didn't fucking know?
But isn't
that
it-
somebody on his coaching
Okay,
staff?
wait a minute
who
now.
could potentially cost him his job.
Wait a minute now.
You don't think his wife was not looking out for him?
All right. So if his wife was looking out for him, like you said, does it still mean that he should lose his job? Because it's not his action that did anything.
It's not his action.
He reported it.
He could have had that coach fired.
He reported
continued
it.
to have that coach.
Wait
on
a
his
minute.
staff.
I think you have a misconception of the
What
story.
misconception? The coach was
The
still on
cops
staff.
even came. The cops came
The cops
too.
came. Yeah.
And
then at the time-
and they didn't arrest him.
The cops usually when the cops come is after the situation's already diffused. 9 times out of 10, domestic violence. He's not still hitting her in the mouth when the cops are there.
Well,
or when the cops
apparently it
arrive.
wasn't enough of a mouth shot for them to arrest anybody.
You ain't got the answers.
I don't have the answers.
Like you sound like, bro. Regardless if it happened in 09 or 2015, Urban Meyer reported. Regardless, why would you continue to have him on your coaching staff, knowing that he beats
Because
his wife?
people make mistakes.
Statute of limitations.
People make mistakes for 6 years. That sounds like a fucking choice at that point.
What if it was 6 years apart? What if he hit her once in 2009? I mean, look, I'm not condoning hitting a woman, right?
Okay,
But look, I mean, do you just
2015 was 2 years
delete?
ago.
Wait a minute.
So in 09 he hit her. Okay, I can
And then
maybe excuse
yeah,
it.
you know,
In
maybe somebody
2015,
made a
I'm not
mistake.
excusing it.
6 years later.
I'm not excusing it because you.
All right, so we also don't really know the whole situation.
Man, we don't.
We don't.
We don't know those
So this is outside looking in, and you quick to judge this
outside
man.
looking in.
So a man who hits his wife on an occasion where his wife is wilding. What if they're both?
How do we know she was wild?
How do you know she wasn't?
How we know he didn't lose a bowl game and he's fucking upset. His wife
This
trying
is
to
true.
calm
We
down.
need more detail.
Right.
That's what I'm
Is
saying.
that
We need
what
more
the fuck
detail.
you're
But
Information.
now, if his wife is
There-
wilding,
there's
wait a
no-
minute
there's
now.
no-
Let me finish.
There's no reason to ever hit a fucking
All right. So
woman.
what if she's hitting you like crazy in the face?
If she's hitting you, you're a man. You're strong enough to do other things.
got some
Grab her
really-
ass up.
What if he did that?
Deep
And
ass-
that was what she's claiming is hitting.
Joe,
What if he grabbed her by the neck and was like, "Chill the fuck out, bitch"?
I'm gonna throw some real ass shit and like I'm gonna expose some personal shit on this shit.
Who you hit?
But I'm gonna explain.
Who you hit?
LSD beating bitches out here.
Who you hit, Chris White?
I ain't hit no one, but like, listen, it's my parents, all right. My mom used to try to hit my dad and shit like that. Used to straight up like try to like.
Yeah,
fucking
I've been there.
attack him and shit,
I've been
like-
there. Me and my ex used to get into physical altercations all the time.
Right, my dad. would-
I never struck my wife though. I swear to God, I never. But there's a point where you get to the point where you're like, back the fuck up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what if it was that point and it was back the fuck
I will
up?
say this. I will say this.
It's not our
There are
business.
certain circumstances where like the woman.
It's edging it on, and it's too much. That's what I'm saying. Like that, we don't know the whole story,
Play
man.
those types of games.
You
play
get,
with that
yeah, you
ammunition, like-
exactly. It's on both sides, and I'm not saying we could go out here and right hook them. That's
right,
unacceptable. Because I know if I ever right hook a woman, it's over for like a day for their whole situation. Like this lights out. I would never do that. But like, we don't know the whole story, man, and it's shitty that we're judging this man. And they got kids, bro. They got kids out here,
Let's
bro.
look around college. And we can exclude Charlie Weiss from this and Chip Kelly. But for the most part, college coaches look like they're pretty much in shape.
Yeah, no, you should. That's what I'm saying.
So we can't argue that he didn't lift every day.
I don't know.
So out of all the things that you chose to do if your wife was attacking you was to strike her back.
We don't know if that's even what happened. The only thing that we know is that she's saying he choked her.
Okay.
What if it was she was punching him in his face and he was
I mean,
like,
I mean,
stop?
why
Like,
do
you know what I'm saying?
why are we victim blaming? Why do we always do this?
I'm
with
not. I'm
women?
just saying we need some more facts before I shame anybody.
We victim blame women. We do that
Look,
to nobody
all
else.
I know is if you get labeled as somebody that beats women, it's over for you.
Yeah.
So we can't do that until there's such a heavy penalty for that.
I mean,
heavy-handed from everybody.
I ride for Virginia to death, and don't get me wrong, I'm a huge Chris Brown fan. I fuck with Breezy, but when he hit Rihanna, we was blaming Rihanna first. Well, maybe.
No, I
she
never
this,
did
she
that. She was looking like an active crackhead in the pictures.
Majority of
Bro,
people said, well,
he
maybe
beat the bricks off
maybe
of
she
her.
was cheating.
I never
heard
said
some
that.
People say
She gave him
oh,
herpes
thank
or some
you,
shit. Yeah.
Thank you.
But
Why
that's
do we victim
that's
blame
not we.
when it comes to
Wait a
women?
minute. That's a difference.
We as a whole, not we as
no.
Y'all yelling
sitting
and
here.
agreeing with each other.
No, that's different.
Right.
No, that situation is different. That's not everybody on that side. At that point, there was about 10% of people thought she gave him herpes. That's why he beat her. But this situation now is like we're fucking putting Urban Meyer and the dude, what's his name? Something Smith.
Zach Smith.
We're putting him on a fucking
I believe that's his name.
on a noose before we even know what the fuck really happened.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like let some investigation happen.
Fuck the condemning culture. Like,
That's what I'm saying. We can't just outright condemn the motherfucker. Because if you get labeled as somebody that beats women, good luck doing anything.
If it happened one time, to say it, but it happened multiple times.
This is true, but we don't know the facts behind it. What if she's wild,
Okay,
man?
we didn't know.
What if it's a
we
wild
didn't-
relationship
People didn't
like
know
that?
the facts behind Bill Cosby,
Dog.
and they hung him very quickly.
This is true. I don't like that about life. We
Like,
shouldn't
very
do that
quickly.
shit.
Example out of Bill Cosby. Let's not get it twisted though. Like that was a
Like, if you're a habitual
circumstance, like,
offender-
they made an
Bro,
example. out of
but
Bill
tell me you
Cosby.
ain't been in a relationship where it gets violent sometimes.
if you
Not
smoke-
that you
if
hit
you
the woman,
smoke
but like
crack
you
in
pushing
09,
or
if
you
smoke
arguing
crack
real
in 09
crazy.
And you smoke crack in 2015. I'm still gonna call you a fucking crackhead.
I mean, I
If
dig.
you hit your woman in 09, you hit her in 2015, you're still a fucking woman beater. Regardless.
I
I
understand
don't care
that,
about
man.
the fact. It's the fact that the cops.
But
were
you don't
called.
know the
The
relationship,
cops
bro.
Were called.
Bro, the cops have been called in my house a bunch of times, but I never struck my wife.
And when the cops
I
get,
agree
and
with
the
you. You know what I'm saying?
when
Like-
the cops get there, they have to determine.
growing up, I dealt
He was never arrested for any of that
He was
stuff.
never arrested.
right. But I
So
dealt-
what if it was a
He
wild
has his
relationship, bro?
money.
Joe, straight up, I dealt with the cops coming to my house all the fucking time because of that shit, man. Like literally,
Sometimes
it
it's
was
just a
never-
wild relationship.
Never my dad's fault with any of this shit, but like literally, like my mom would get fucking hammered drunk.
That's it.
Like,
And I'm not saying, look, the only thing
that's a personal
I'm not blaming the wife in this situation. All I'm saying is we need concrete evidence before we hang this man out to dry.
Right.
And we hang his friend and boss out to dry. It's not fair for us to just wholesale delete these motherfuckers. Because that's what happens on the word of one person. That's not justice.
Okay, so
That's not justice,
at the
man.
end of the day,
That's not justice, bro.
Urban Meyer should have got rid of this man until proper investigation.
This is true. This is true. I will say
if he would've done
he
that,
should have
he
put him on
would've
leave
been
or
in
something
this
like that. Should have put him on leave. I think a leave would have been smart. Like, we're not going to touch you.
And he's
Yeah.
potentially going to lose his
Leave
fucking
is
job.
smart too. Leave is smart. It's like we don't know who's right or wrong. Just step back for a minute, figure it out, and then we'll after the fact.
He's going to eventually lose his fucking job. And which sucks. He's going to lose his job because of an assistant that he's probably
He's good friends with. He's
Yeah,
probably good friends with. And I mean, if you put yourself in their shoes, like you've been in a relationship where it's wild, y'all argue too much.
I mean, I've seen.
Imagine if you got kids.
I've seen homies' relationships who I'm not going to name no names. I've seen
Me
them,
too,
I've seen them rip their girls out the car, throw them on the ground.
I mean, that's the move sometimes.
I
Like,
step in and be like, bro, you wildin'.
sometimes it gets like that though.
But that doesn't take away the fact that you're still.
But that doesn't mean that person is every woman he comes across is just gonna beat him up. That doesn't
I'm
mean
not
that.
gonna treat you different, but you have a history of this. I know how you are.
But some relationships are just
If
wild
it
like
comes down
that.
to you're jeopardizing my future, I'm sorry, bro. You got to go. This is how the fuck you are.
I understand that.
A tiger can't change his stripes. If you hit the woman, then you're gonna hit her now. You got to fucking go.
So you're telling me? So by you saying that means no one can change.
No.
So you saying nobody can change?
Kids can change. Adults don't.
Yeah, that's.
He still didn't believe me, but believe me, it is, okay?
Hold on a minute.
140 characters in the street.
Yeah, that.
About 40.
We're 36. We're 37 in, and we're keeping.
I'm keeping
That I mean, keep it $140, bro. If you think that that's the reality, I mean, I understand.
Who's
I understand your
changing?
point of view. I'm just saying my point of view is different, and it's because maybe it's because
Isn't that the beauty?
I've been in a more aggressive
I'm gonna tell you
relationship.
this.
You've been in an aggressive relationship
since I was
too, bro.
15. I smoke weed now. I haven't changed that.
Come on.
People aren't changing.
That's not true, man.
Other than maybe like certain circumstances where you're
This man knows.
certain circumstances where you're forced to change, then people might. But for the most part, the average Joe, no pun intended, is not fucking changing.
I mean, I dig, but
How
bro.
you go from hitting your wife and all of a sudden you bringing the roses and shit and you
No.
It could be different.
Wait a minute. No. I'm not saying. I'm saying maybe it's just that relationship, right?
It's hard to say.
No, because some relationships are volatile. Just because you hit one woman doesn't mean you're gonna hit every woman.
So you know
maybe it just y'all didn't agree on a
you
lot.
know what they should do?
Split up.
No.
If it's that violent, like you need a divorce.
To really figure out if you had a history of it or not, interview old girlfriends.
I'm okay with that. I need more facts to begin with. I just don't want to take.
And if one other chick comes out and says,
then it's definitely him.
He hit me with a fucking Mayweather, then yeah.
Listen to that. We need more facts.
Yeah, no, that's
But
what I think.
We do need more
facts.
facts.
I just don't because in this day and age, man,
this shit
they will
come
get,
out of thin air.
but they will get. You will get your whole life deleted.
agree.
You get your whole life deleted if you do one thing that people say you did, even if it's not true.
I agree.
You know, like that's crazy, bro.
Like I agree with the Me Too movement to an extent, but like at a certain point,
It's too much.
When do you cross the line, like between like literally just a man, like?
And what about women being crazy?
Right.
What if they just making shit up? I'm not blaming victim blaming or whatever. But at what point is the victim not a victim and just a lying ass bitch?
Look at the
You know
Zeke.
what I'm saying?
Look
They're
at the
lying
Zeke
ass
case.
dudes.
Look at the
What
Zeke
point is
Elliott
this
case.
lying ass bitches?
There's
Lying ass
There's
bitch.
text where the
Lying ass
I'm
bitch.
going to set you up. So this happens. This happens.
That's what I'm saying. So we can't just take one person word and just that's it and
But Zeke
condemn the motherfucker.
shit happened within a few months. This happened 2 separate occasions.
I understand that, but still, we're not in the room. We don't know for a fact what's going on.
We'll never know.
This is true, but we can get justice. Justice happens when lawyers and courts get involved and juries and evidence. Let's do that before we start hanging motherfuckers in public.
Okay, what about Greg Hardy?
He beat the shit out that woman, and then it went to court, and it was civil court. He settled and paid her to shut the fuck up. I'm not saying that's okay. She took the bag and signed the paper. She could have had him put in jail. Her justice was money. And I'm not wrong with that. I'm not mad at that. You beat my ass. Yeah, you beat my ass and pay me. I'll shut up. You know what I'm saying? Greg Hardy could come here right now, stomp the fuck out of me with hands and feet, and he signed me 100,000. I'm Gucci.
Well, you seen him in UFC.
He's putting hands and feet on motherfuckers. Like, I mean, if he want to come whip my ass and give me a check, I'll gladly take it.
140 characters in the street.
seen what he's done.
Knocked the motherfucking 6'8" dude out.
And imagine him hitting a frail body like that.
Yeah.
I don't want to say all women are frail, but just we saw his girl.
Yeah, no, I know. There was justice there, though. Her form of justice was received. She agreed to not press charges because he gave her a bunch of money.
So what should homie's wife do? Send pictures in?
No. File a fucking police report and go through the proper channels to get justice, which they're doing. He got a felony warrant right now. He's on bond. He got a felony warrant. They're doing the evidence pickup. Let her go to court, and then we condemn the motherfucker. We can't just do it in 5 seconds.
People love differently. Maybe she doesn't want to see her man go down, but at the end of the day, she also doesn't want to get her
Then why the
ass
fuck was she on the news channel showing fucking talking shit if she don't want to see her man go down?
I mean,
Get out of here. Get out.
I mean, she's hurt. She's hurt, but she ain't went through a police report.
She did go through a police. It's in an investigation. Yeah, it's right now. It's a felony warrant.
So that's what she just said that she should do.
That's good.
Okay.
But that doesn't mean we just automatically assume he's guilty. We gotta let the process go out.
Innocent until.
Exactly. It's America, bro. This is not fucking Soviet Russia where you just get accused of something and get executed the next day. We gotta let some time pass, get the evidence right. Lawyers talk, figure it out. If it's guilty, it's guilty, and then we'll hang him down the drive. That's how I look at it. I mean, shit. The way I live.
Hey, I gotta agree with you on that shit. I mean, honestly, JB making some really fucking good points.
I mean, he just over here.
Like, both of you honestly like right about this shit. Like, it depends on the circumstance. It really depends on the circumstance.
That's it, and we don't know it. But court usually gets to the bottom.
Logan's on his second beer, drunk as a skunk.
He don't know how to handle the liquor.
Welcome to Grizzly, man. Letting the dog out. Letting the dog out. Matter of fact, hold up, one more time.
140 characters in the streets.
We let him out for 2 seconds, and this is what happens. God damn it.
It's okay, we're gonna be doing it on the spot. Hot.
Well, I'm gonna continue to talk while we get the camera and shit fixed. Thanks a lot, Grizz. Grizz, quit walking through the fucking wires, man. Get on the couch. Come here. Get up. Get up. Grizzly. Pardon the podcast interruption. We had a good conversation. We let the dog out for fucking 2.6 seconds. He already managed to fuck up. Goddamn, Grizz. This is the second time you've done this. You slew-footed bastard. You fuck up again, I'm taking you to Michael Vick house.
Damn!
You understand me? Huh? You gonna fight for your life, motherfucker.
Alright, bet we back.
And we're back. Nah, go back. Well, you see what I see.
That's close enough, man. We gonna finish this shit out.
140 characters podcast.
140 characters in the
Subscribe to the
streets.
channel. Because we really are this ratchet. Don't think that this is a front.
Yeah, this ain't fun at all, bro. Like, this
Oh, drop the chicken.
Damn!
And there goes the chicken.
Well, fuck.
Well, let's sing the Cedric the Entertainer. The time has come for me to go. Sing that, chicken. I've had so much fun entertaining y'all.
JB's white person. JB's white people voice, like, white people spell W-Y-P-E-P-O type shit. Like,
White people.
White people.
White people. Like, A1. Fuck.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, we need a shot, man. Pour up.
On weekends, I play croquet.
That's a Magnus. Watch the band.
Nah, I love white people, man. I don't discriminate on anybody. The way I see it, you know, being a black
Powered by
American.
Cuervo tonight.
On behalf of the white people.
Hey, matter of fact, in the words of Michelle Obama, when they go low, I go high, man. I don't discriminate on nobody. I don't want to be discriminated against. I'm not going to discriminate.
Y'all want to hear some
against
wild
you.
shit?
Period.
Y'all want to hear some wild shit? August the 2nd, there was a tornado warning in the Bronx and Harlem. It was a tornado warning. No bullshit. Imagine a tornado ripping through the Bronx.
Storm picking up the licks.
Yo, son.
Grizzly, no, don't go that way. There's a wire. Go this way. Jesus Christ.
That's all I don't know.
He ain't that smart. I love my dog, though.
Hey.
I fuck with Grizz too, but goddamn, man.
About to drink some shots. Grizzly is the third member.
66% of the time, Grizz, you have fucked up this podcast. We've only done 3. And for 2 of them, you have done some shit.
Hey, come here.
No, nigga. Oh my
God.
I'm gonna keep him over here.
This is like watching a toddler take his first steps. I'm like, nigga, I don't know what the fuck's finna happen.
Yo, but imagine a tornado in New York.
Man, that should be.
There'd be pizza everywhere.
Pizza, sewer rats,
Chinese food, cocaine, you know what I'm saying? Heroin.
fakey Visu jeans, all spread
Mad
across,
knockoff
all
Supreme.
about to knock over the Grizzly.
Mad knockoff Supreme all over the place.
Look, I'm sorry, podcast listeners. I love y'all to death, but the dog is tripping right now. You understand me? Pero loco right now. Okay, this man is wilding. Hey,
He
come
got
here.
it. He got it. He'll
Come
be
here.
all right. He'll be all right. Let him sort himself out. He good right here. Go ahead. Sit down.
Get your life, dog.
Anyway,
Get your life.
let's get to the next topic. Yeah.
Shots first, goddamn.
Oh, yeah, let's take this. Let's take
Bow, 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 bow.
Shots, man.
Hold on. Let me get this right.
Jesus Christ. Just one show without just. Matter of fact, every show needs to have a fuck up on it because we relatable, goddamn it.
Yeah, I mean, this is us.
Yeah, we went to drunk ass motherfuckers.
I mean, we just living, bro.
We drunk and opinionated, and this is 140
140 characters in the streets.
We keep it a $140 over here, man. We keep it a $140. For those of you that don't know what that means, look it up. We out here. Shots up.
If you don't get no Google results, don't worry.
We coming.
In 3 months.
We coming. We coming.
That's facts.
God damn, it's just like
Hot
college.
damn. That's why I like to be.
Bro, nigga, nut hairs up.
We're making a hot podcast, man.
I mean,
Get off the camera, Logan.
Man, I just gotta get the camera.
you the producer. You sit to the side and produce, goddamn it.
Hey,
Yeah, get in front of the camera again, nigga. I'm bringing out, nigga.
hey, every now and then.
What you got to say?
All that shit. I mean, basically.
Y'all know who Alex Jones is?
Two beers.
Hell yeah, I know.
He's on the young
That
turn.
crazy ass motherfucker.
Yeah, he just got banned from Facebook.
That's funny.
They deleted his channel and everything.
It's right here on World Star.
Deleted his channel, deleted his InfoWars
They
shit.
deleted
everything.
everything.
Who's gonna turn the frogs gay? Is the real question.
I don't know, but all I know is this man, he's been basically banned because he says lies.
Off the shit.
He was banned from Facebook, Apple, and YouTube.
And Spotify. They didn't tell you that.
Bro,
Spotify
Alex
too.
Jones got like so many problems, man. Like that man, like.
Hey
honestly,
man,
like,
all I know is when George Bush was in office, for y'all with short memories, I'm old. I remember George Bush. That motherfucker was worse than Donald Trump. Be real.
He's Jesse Ventura with more hair.
Nah, dude. George Bush was worse than Donald Trump. Whether y'all want to believe it or not, we went to 2 wars in 3 months with George Bush.
ain't
Trump's
shit
only
happened.
been in.
George Bush was worse than Donald Trump.
Trump hasn't even been in for a year.
We haven't been in a war.
Give it time.
We didn't get attacked.
We got 3 more years of this.
All I know is George Bush was worse than Donald Trump. Whether y'all want to believe it or not, y'all are young bucks. Y'all don't
got
really
3
know.
more years
I
of
was
this.
alive. Gas prices was $4.65 in Williamsburg, James City County, Newport News. $4.65. In 06, 05, $4.65.
Grizzly.
All I know is George Bush was worse than Donald Trump. And Alex Jones
Grizzly.
was Alex Jones was so against George Bush, it was crazy. And now that Donald Trump in office,
Man, who isn't Alex Jones against?
the government, he's definitely against the government.
Well, he's definitely against government.
I mean, all I know is he likes to talk about conspiracy theories and they ban them on
Motherfuckers
Facebook.
Really think the frogs are gay? You really think Obama turning the frogs gay?
It doesn't really matter. Only thing I really trust what he says is shit about the government. When he talks about the government being corrupt and full of pedophiles, when he talks about when he talks about the government being corrupt and full of pedophiles and all the pedophiles, like that's real. Like I feel like that shit is real. I feel like these powerful people are definitely fucking these little kids.
I feel like you can't
I
trust
really
anything
feel like-
unless you do the research yourself.
I've done research on that. Beyond just YouTube videos, y'all should look into it.
So what government officials
I
are
will say
pedophiles?
this. I can't confirm.
Did you see the emails last year? Like last year, 2 years ago, from the Democratic National Committee or Convention,
Oh my
talking
God,
about
man,
spirit
they
cooking?
were bad.
Do you know what spirit cooking is?
The fuck is that?
See, it sounds wild, doesn't it? Sound like some shit that
Say
black
it
people would
again.
never. Spirit cooking.
Spirit cooking.
Yeah.
I thought you said spirit cooking. I'm like, that's a
Nah, spirit
borderline
cooking.
racist.
You cook with like semen and blood, and you eat it.
What?
Facts.
What? Nigga.
There was emails sent between the campaign manager, John Podesta, of Hillary Clinton, and this person I forget her name right now.
Because before you ain't just gonna bypass the fact that you just said.
Look up spirit cooking, dog.
Is cooking with semen
And blood.
and blood.
Yeah, of humans. They're eating it. And animals too.
Bitch is eating their placenta, so I ain't even surprised.
I mean, this is real. It's supposed to give them the power. And also, they sent a whole bunch of emails referencing cheese pizza.
You know what the fuck?
Do you know what cheese pizza means?
Is?
You know what cheese
Cheese
pizza?
pizza's child porn.
Yeah. They sent a whole bunch of emails that was hacked by the Russians or whatever. And a lot of them emails, they talk about cheese pizza randomly. And they talk about like...
Yeah, so I got these cheese pizza pictures, man.
No, they say like...
hot
no, you should come over for some cheese pizza. Like shit like that. This is real facts. If you want to look it up, WikiLeaks has all this shit. Like, you just got to take the time and actually research it. I did. I took the time to research it. These people on some real fucked up shit, bro. It's really weird.
It's
some weird shit.
Like,
I can't.
Them up by the motherfucking
Yeah, it's some weird ass shit. And this dude Alex Jones is like one of the few people that's like so crazy that it's hard to believe what he says. But some of the shit he talks about and like has people come on and talk about, like guests come on to his show and make them talk about. It's interesting because he brings up shit that most people are not going to bring up with like a representative of the government.
I feel like the crazy,
you know, like that's important.
In the world know something.
Most powerful people
And
are
then we
definitely
try to
doing
write them
wrong
off
shit.
It's crazy to try to make anything that they're saying.
They try to shut him up.
Yeah.
It's dismissive. It's real dismissive.
Right, I don't want to dismiss Alex Jones just because he's Alex Jones. Like, you know, I mean, if he has something to say, he has something to say. But
he should be able to say it. He shouldn't get banned
he
from
should be able to say
Facebook.
It's no surprise to me that these motherfuckers are disgusting and that they got all this.
I mean, they say the same thing about Hollywood.
I believe it's there too. I think there's a lot of child pornography.
I feel like
child fucking people, pedophiles and shit like that. I think that's definitely
And like
all
I
around.
tried to tell you earlier, they're trying to make pedophiles a sexual orientation.
That's real shit,
So
yeah.
these same motherfuckers that
Can
are
get a
doing this
pass.
shit- yeah, get a pass. Because
Yeah.
where does this shit have to start from? The government level.
Yeah. No, a lot of it is weird
And
as
with
fuck.
so much shit getting exposed.
And look, we're talking.
And shit's coming down.
What I don't want to do is just wholesale, like, blame people because I don't really know, right? Not 100%.
I mean,
but
nobody
some of
really
the shit
knows.
that I've seen on some of the WikiLeaks emails from about 2-3 years ago is crazy, and it should be reported by mainstream media, and it's never reported.
If you read through WikiLeaks, man,
It's interesting shit.
Because who runs?
You lose hope a lot.
Who runs the media?
I'll reference you to something that's real, right? We know that the government is not for your best interest. Like, if you believe the government is there because they want to help you, you have lost your mind and you have bought into a structure and a system that is designed to make you listen and make you pay taxes. Like, that's really what you have bought into. You bought into that whole structure of my safety is more important than my freedom. Because in reality,
Joe, I gotta stop you, man. Just because straight up, man, like there's a limit. Freedom to safety, like
yeah, there's definitely a limit.
The two don't coexist.
No, they
Yeah,
what? What do you mean? They definitely coexist because you need at some point you can take
No.
responsibility for your own safety.
You can, but if some shit happens,
I'm still okay with
it's
that.
your own responsibility.
I'd rather take responsibility for my
You
own
can't-
safety than have no privacy.
Just don't make like the sweeping generalization that it's like.
A lot of people in America would much rather be happy being told what to do than to try to blaze their own path. Let's be real.
Of course.
What do you think about that, Joey? You think that's the reality of the situation in America? Most people just want to be told what to do instead of trying to make their own way?
Yeah, not too many people want to innovate nowadays.
Business owners are there.
I mean, even a business owner still has to follow a set of rules and fill out a bunch of fucking paperwork for no reason.
Nobody wants to go against the grain.
It's not even about going against the grain. When they go against the grain, it goes back to the conversation we had about Urban Meyer. When they go against the grain, they get hung up in public.
But just nobody.
Or
just
they
wants to-
get shut
You
up.
still didn't believe
Like
me,
Alex
but
Jones.
believe me, it is, okay?
I mean, they get hung in the dry in public. I'm not claiming that Donald Trump is a great person. Obviously, he's fucking crazy.
What the fuck?
But I will say one thing about Donald Trump. He's crazy enough to maybe get some shit done. Maybe kill a person he shouldn't kill.
Thing, man. Like I have an inherent respect for anyone that is okay to speak their crazy ass fucking opinion. And
Absolutely.
stand behind it. Like it is not so much that I respect their crazy ass opinion. It's just
I respect the person, the individual,
Right,
to be that prideful and that
Like,
you know.
I can respect
But people's
that.
opinions only go so far until you have facts to disprove it.
I absolutely
And then they
agree
really
with
just look
JB.
crazy.
I mean, JB, like you dropped.
Yeah, but at the same time, when you disprove a fact with another source, you're looked at like you're crazy. At what point what do we consider a universal fact?
Right.
That is the problem we're running into today because we have so much information that there can be a universal fact that changes tomorrow.
The way I
and it's
see
not
facts-
really a
the way
universal
I see
fact.
facts is what I see
I mean, you
with-
can't
with
even
my
call a
eyes.
man anymore. They growing vaginas in labs and attaching them to men.
The way I
You know what I'm saying?
The way
Like,
I see a fact is what I see with my own eyes. Because we get lied to every day, so I'm not going to believe most of the bullshit I see. But if I see it with my own eyes,
do you believe in God?
it's a fact to me.
Oh, that's a loaded question, Joe.
You say if you don't believe it in your own eyes, I mean, do you believe in God?
Never seen them.
So you don't believe in God? I mean, it's okay. I'm not gonna bash you for not believing.
I mean, throughout the years when I was younger, I did. As I get older, and I see how the world goes, I mean, to keep it $1.40, fuck no.
I'm gonna keep it $1.40 with Joe.
I believe in God.
Is there a higher power? No.
God, you believe in a higher power?
If there was a
He said
God,
no.
if there was a God, then my race of people wouldn't have struggled as much as they did.
But sometimes
He could have came down.
Black person looking.
He could have came down in slavery and stopped it. He could have came down in segregation and stopped it. Jim Crow and stopped it.
is that his responsibility?
He could have went to Chicago last Sunday and stopped it.
Is it his responsibility?
He's God, right?
Is it his responsibility?
He's God, right?
Sure.
My question is it his responsibility to do that?
It is.
So then you're
from,
giving
from
to
what we're told in
Does
churches.
responsibility apply to
From what we're
Yes.
from what we're told in churches, yeah, it is his goddamn responsibility.
nah. So
Like,
the
I'm not
way
gonna sit
the way
here-
that we're given
Do
the
I
world.
want to say there's a higher power? No, I just think some people just have it in them and some people don't. Like one of my favorite comedians, Paul Mooney, said it was God that told Harriet Tubman to, start the Underground Railroad and help slaves, dip. But I don't believe that was God. I just believe that some people are built for it. Some people aren't.
man.
She was an innovator. She
was a leader.
How can I?
Yeah, she was a leader. There's leaders and then there's followers. She was a leader. She said, "I'm not finna do this bullshit no more."
Exactly.
How can I?
And she believed in what she stood in.
I can give you a little bit
People
more
that
insight.
are willing to die behind what they stand for are the godlike people in our life.
But do you not think that those people's power and, I guess, strength of will come from the understanding that there may be a better, even if they lose, there is a better way. Even if they lose,
Back in the
even
day,
if they, hold on, man, let me just
before social media, when there really wasn't much to believe in, yeah, I would believe in a higher power.
So you believe in social media?
No, nigga, you know what the fuck I'm saying.
No, you drunk now.
No.
You lost me on that.
No.
You saying that social
So-
media
so-
disproved God?
Social media gives too many people shit to believe in. People believe in stupid shit nowadays. Back in the day, there was only God or nothing else. So if it inspired her that the Lord is giving me this power to do this, then that's great.
Let's take a shot.
Then that's cool with me. But for me to sit here and say that there's a God with how much shit happens throughout life and he's never shown his face to stop the shit. So where was he at? Where was he at for 9/11?
JB.
Why didn't he guide the planes away from the fucking tower?
Can I have we're
talking about God, but
can I have a,
what signs have you seen that there is a God?
can I have the floor for a moment?
Let's get Joe.
Yeah,
No.
can I get the,
What signs have you seen?
I can give you a couple.
Give me some signs.
So
Because I haven't seen one. And I've been on this earth for 26 years.
So take a deep
And
breath.
I've had guns
Take a
pointed
deep
in
breath.
my face. I've been in car accidents.
Facts.
And not one time did I ever see some fucking Kenny G looking motherfucker come down and say everything's going to be all right.
So take a deep breath. Take a deep breath, because it's an emotional subject. It's different. It's a different subject.
I'm keeping
Yeah.
it real.
Yeah, no, I know, and that's okay.
40.
But
We can talk
140 characters in
it's
the
100%. I hate when people avoid subjects like God and politics. We should talk about these
I don't
things.
avoid nothing.
But no. I'm not saying you, because you're willing to speak on it. A lot of people are not willing to speak on it. They just avoid the subjects. What I will say is this. The one thing that allows me to believe that there is a higher power, is because the way my life has gone, I don't think about anything as a bad or a good experience. I just think about it as experience, right? So I think that God kind of allows us to have experience, and then whatever happens is our choice based on the experience that we've had. So whether we want to treat it as a good experience and learn from it is partly up to us.
I think
I'm not
human
saying
experience alone allows that. I think
I don't know about that,
I think they
man.
put God on it to
what
be,
gave
to
us the
be
ability to be different than an ape then? I understand
Just
evolution.
what we were born as. We could have been fucking sharks.
No, I understand evolution as a
We
real
understand
thing, but I still believe that God or some higher power has had a hand, because it doesn't make sense that we would come this far to revert back to tribalism. It doesn't make sense that. Hold on a minute. We're reverting back. If you look at the world today, we're reverting back to a tribal nature of things.
How so?
How?
Can you
Because
articulate?
here we go. I can definitely articulate. When you get on social media, you get in a group of 10 people and y'all all say the same things to each other. And then when somebody comes in with a different opinion, you basically kill them.
I agree.
That's tribalism at its finest.
I totally
You
agree.
live in an echo chamber of people that agree with what you say, and that is tribalism. That is living in a tribe of people that you choose to live with. No, that is tribalism. So we're reverting backwards. God has given us a world to live in, and we're choosing other things, not God as in the Christian God, because I was raised Muslim on some real shit. But I do believe
So
that
you're
there
not talking
is-
about Christian God. You're talking about just a higher
yeah, a
power.
higher power, understanding of morality being important, an understanding of choices in your life being real impactful to other people, and doing the right thing being important.
I say over time people understood that.
They did, but now we're reverting backwards.
Maybe caveman times.
They understood there was a right and wrong.
Somebody, might have killed their mother, and then they thought, oh shit.
I've got to get revenge.
No. You missed what I'm saying.
Oh.
Say somebody killed their own mother, caveman times.
Oh, wow.
And then they realize
That was fucking
there-
wrong.
There's nobody else. Yeah, that's fucking wrong. So then they passed that knowledge
Yes.
on. That knowledge got passed on, and then eventually it became 10 Commandments. It became
Facts.
this, that, and the third.
Yeah, no, but that's also a higher
I'm
power.
not- what higher power?
That's a higher power,
People
man.
have it in them to know what's
Well,
right.
wait a
and
minute.
wrong.
We do have it in to know what's right and wrong.
How
But when you're
did you know when you were 5 not to take this kitchen knife?
because
and
this.
ram
Wait a
your
minute.
mother?
I have an answer for this. Because when you're 5 and your mind works normally,
very common question.
this is when you're 5 and your mind works normally. When you're quiet, there's still a voice in your head.
Okay.
And that voice is going to determine essentially what your actions and who you are as
The voice is
behavior.
your conscience.
I understand that, right? You can look at it as conscious, right? There's no real.
That's what it is.
No, I
There's no,
understand.
it's
But
not. It's not God talking to you.
Okay, so when
It's knowing
Hold
right
on,
from
no.
fucking
I'm not saying.
wrong.
Wait a minute. I'm not saying it's God talking to you.
The
That's
Ten
not what I'm
Commandments
saying,
is
man.
just right from fucking wrong. Don't fuck your neighbor's fucking wife.
Wait a minute. Wait a
Like,
minute.
What are you talking
Hey, that's
about?
good advice.
That is.
Don't
I mean,
kill. Don't steal. Don't cheat.
but that's
on your
not the
wife.
only thing that religion.
Right.
That's not the only thing that a higher power has offered.
You believe it?
Wait a minute. You're generalizing what the higher power. Wait a minute.
you
No.
believe somebody-
No. I need to speak on this.
You believe somebody split the ocean with a fucking stick?
No. But I believe it's.
But it's in the Bible.
That doesn't mean it's facts. I don't believe what you're saying about the Bible. I don't believe the Bible. Like I say, I'm going to rephrase. I was raised a Muslim, so I understand different religions a different way.
I believe
So
there
wait
is
a minute.
no higher power.
So
I
wait a
believe
minute.
You either get it or you fucking
Wait a minute.
don't.
Wait a minute.
And people, we just have the right. We just have the right to do what we want to fucking do.
You're right.
Period.
But there is a general feeling that all humans share. And you can say it's consciousness, but when you define consciousness, it means awareness.
Right, and that's a whole
Like, if you look at the
different
definition of
subject,
conscious,
I'm
it means
aware
awareness.
that I shouldn't kill my mom when I was 5 and when I'm 26.
But there's a difference to the way things work, right? In the world, when a human is born into isolation, right? It's hard for us to see this now or understand this now because we're not going to birth a baby and never talk to anybody. It's not going to happen like that because babies need help and things.
But if you
they learn into a society, and in the society,
But if you
we have a
isolate-
shared collective.
If you
Wait a minute, no.
isolate
You've been
baby-
talking for a minute, bro. I need to get these words off. Let me get these words off. There is a shared collective or understanding of a higher power in every single society that has ever been on Earth. There is a shared collective understanding, whether it be they determine it as Buddhism, Taoism, Hinduism, Islam,
That's taking
Muslim,
credit away from the
Christianity.
human.
No, it's different, man. There's a shared understanding. Okay, so there's societies. Hold on, there's society. I'm gonna finish because you went on for a long time. There are societies in South America that have no connection to Africa. They were just in South America. They've never spoken with people in Africa. Yet they still worship similar things. The reason this happens is because the mindset of a human is designed at a raw level to understand that there is a higher power above us. If you look at isolated societies and civilizations, it's the best way to understand this.
All are religious.
Because they all have some sense, and it may be because maybe this was an easy way to control the population.
Exactly.
But still, we become agreeable to it. Wait a minute, no, I'm going to keep going.
I just want to ask you a question. If you help an old lady across the street, Joe, is it because you wanted to do it or because God told you to do it? Or Allah? Because you said you're Muslim.
I said I was raised Muslim. I'm Christian right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is it the higher power that told you to help the old lady across the street?
No.
Or was it your own?
No, it's my own. It was my own.
Okay.
Yeah.
So why are you gonna then turn around and give all your credit to all
Wait
the
a minute,
good
I didn't
shit
say that.
Okay. So why are you gonna?
You're missing the point. I'm not giving credit to anybody for any actions we take.
Why are you gonna credit all the good shit that you do? Just to be, there's a higher power. So with me being good is because there's a higher power. That's just human fucking nature.
Okay, so
People are wired. If you isolate people, they're not gonna know right from wrong.
They
only
will.
gonna know
That's
when
wrong.
you're around.
That's wrong.
How's that?
Because
how's
if you
that
look
wrong?
at civilizations over time, even the Mayans and the Incas, they worship something.
Something. It gives them.
It is a shared
It gives them
understanding.
something to live for. Religion is something to live for. People live because you know what? If I do this, I do that, and I'm good. Then eventually, at the end of the day, when I pass over, I'm gonna go to heaven. Religion gives you something to live for. Because at the end of the day, people's worst fear is dying.
Bro, JB.
Is to die.
That's not always-
Nobody wants to die. People want to know when I die, I'm gonna go somewhere else. At the end of the day, when you die, that's
Okay, so I want to change a little bit of what we're talking
That's
about.
it.
Because you made a point where you said credit, right? Where you said you give credit to God for me making a good choice.
For being a good person.
Okay, so I don't give credit to a higher power for me making a good choice.
I've
right?
robbed people and I've helped people.
Wait a minute, let me speak.
And that was my choice.
Let me get a word out.
I didn't have a demon on this shoulder and an angel on this shoulder. Don't do it. You do it. I made that choice myself.
You were correct.
So,
But
I'm not giving
okay,
that-
so
I'm not giving that
so
credit to nobody.
all right, so basically your understanding of a higher power is that he controls all things.
Yes.
Okay, so what if he doesn't control all things and he just gave us all things? Like gave us the ability to think, gave us the ability to reason and make a good decision, gave us the ability to do right and do wrong so we could determine which needs to be done.
Okay, then that would also mean he also gave us famine, sickness, things that will eliminate us.
Okay, but he also gave us
What, vaccines?
no, he gave us by the same token, he would have given us vaccines to cure polio.
Okay, so he gives you poison and gives you the cure for poison. But if you get poison and you don't
See,
got
but you're missing
access to the cure,
you're missing my point. I don't think he gave us anything except the ability to make choices.
to make choices.
To make choices inside of ourselves and make a decision and make a choice.
Innately should be in any human.
How? Does an antelope make a choice when a lion is running after it?
Yeah, I can either run and try to escape, or I can sit.
Okay,
here
then
and
how come
get
no
angry.
antelopes have built shelter and medicine?
They don't have it. We have something that they don't have. Is this right here?
No.
This fucking thumb has.
Apes have that. Apes have that. They didn't make microphones and have podcasts.
That's them.
I understand that. So by your definition, if we just came from evolution, they're similar to us.
We were able to do things that apes can't do. We can stand up straight.
Maybe God gave us the ability to do
we
that.
can communicate.
Or a God gave us the ability to do that.
No, just our creature itself. Human
Okay.
beings.
So I think
Grizzly.
he's okay. He's out the way. So I think personally that a higher power has given us a lot. Given us, we should understand that heaven and earth and like the sky and the way we live on earth is a dedication to that entity.
So we're talking about gods and all this. So but humans as ourselves, we were able to build this technology.
But a lot of it was here already.
Why wasn't the Bible on the iPad?
So you think that God can solve all problems?
Why wasn't the Bible
So you
on
think
the
that?
iPad?
So wait a minute. So you think a higher power can solve all problems and just snap its fingers and everything will go well?
Not
Right?
snap his fingers, but push it in a way to where it won't. Instead of the planes hitting the tower, you can maybe sway it to where it misses it. That didn't happen.
That defeats the purpose of what we're here for.
No, nothing came down.
So
and
do you
stopped
think
that
you
from
have a
happening.
destiny or a purpose?
I feel like you make your own destiny and purpose.
What if God gave you the ability to do that?
No. Myself gives me that self to do that.
I think you're being a little selfish.
Can I?
Being selfish? Are you fucking kidding me? Giving somebody else credit for shit that
I didn't say credit.
And that's selfish?
I think you're being a little selfish.
I work for this.
I'm gonna moderate here a little bit.
Fuck all that. Fuck all this moderation. This shit's getting
Yo,
right
shots to God.
Like, fuck all that, man. Back in the day, I used to believe in God. Nowadays, I don't, because you know what? I've still fucking struggled with all the prayer that I've done, all the right that I've done. I'm still fucking struggled. Ain't no fucking, oh, he gave me this, he gave me that. Fuck all that.
All right.
Fuck all that. I'm talented in many fields, and guess what? I'm still fucking struggling. And people that ain't worth shit get blessed.
Okay.
Fuck that.
Famous rappers. I'm so
So they go out and get it on their fucking own.
So you don't believe in?
It wasn't
you don't.
God given. It wasn't
Nothing is.
predetermined.
Wait a minute.
They fucking went out and got
You're
it.
still expecting some higher power
No, I don't
to
want nothing.
give you
I don't
something.
want nothing to give me shit because I know it's not gonna happen.
It's not.
You got to get it on your fucking own. That's
Absolutely.
why I don't believe in no
But
fucking
what?
higher power.
But what gave you the ability to get it on your own?
Myself. God didn't put this shit in me. I put this shit in me, nigga.
I don't believe that.
I do.
I mean, I'm just saying that's a fundamental difference between how we think.
God didn't put when I make a music song, God didn't put these fucking verses in me. You hear the shit I say?
But that's
wrote
not
this shit on my own.
like that's not to say.
I got this ability on my fucking own.
But that's not to say
without
that.
prayer.
That's not to say that God isn't there. I think that we like not.
No,
not God,
I think
a
that we
God
as
or
humans
a higher
don't
power
want to
is not
feel
there.
alone on this fucking planet, so we need something to pray towards.
So you don't believe that there's a general organization of how things work that have come from a higher power? You don't believe that? All right, so you think that, think that just over time, rain and shit have caused the earth that we have? Out of nowhere.
Rain and shit.
Yes.
So you think out of nowhere the earth is
Space is infinite. How are we gonna sit here and say that there's a God and you go out there infinite
I didn't
miles
say
away?
that there is a
Who
God.
they believe to out there?
I didn't say that there's a God. I said that there's a higher power.
There ain't no fucking higher power.
So a higher power could be another sentient race somewhere else, and they've come here and given us life
I
here.
can appreciate it.
You know what I'm saying? I don't understand the form or term God the way we want to talk about it, because the way that I've seen God is it's been misused and abused, and it's used to kill people a lot of
Next
time.
quote.
Religion has been used to kill people a lot of time, and that's not okay. So what I will
That's
say
not okay at all.
is that there is something to appreciate
religion
on
was used to still enslave my people.
there is something to be appreciated about the whole world we live in.
There's
And
something
there
to
is
be-
a general organization.
There's something
of
to be
things
appreciative to
that can't
of
be
us being
explained.
humans.
There's a
something to
general
be appreciative-
organization of things that can't be
There's something to be
explained.
appreciative to be from A to B. We don't have to take horses no more. Somebody was smart enough to build a vehicle.
Yeah, but there's also a general.
Somebody
but it's
smart
beyond
enough to
us.
give us
It's beyond
televisions.
us. It's beyond me and you. It's beyond the human that we live in right
Why
now.
can't you just
There's
give
a general
why can't you
organization
give
of things.
another human credit? That's almost hating.
No, it's not hating.
Why
What?
can't
No.
you- Why can't you just say? Why can't you just say that this man was smart enough to invent television?
I am saying that.
But why are you saying that another higher power also had to come in?
No, I didn't say. I don't think that a higher power is in the room when somebody does something awesome.
But you're saying that they gave him the blueprint basically
No,
in their DNA.
no, I'm saying that they gave you the ability to choose what you want to do.
Why do I have to say that this man gave me the
Okay, so
ability?
is a wolf able to choose what they eat?
Nigga, they can eat whatever they want to.
No, they can't. They can't eat shit that we could eat and digest it. They can't eat chocolate and shit. They can't
That's
do it.
chocolate.
No, I'm just saying there's certain things that we have. It's just a random
So you're
example.
saying the higher power said, Wolf, you can't eat chocolate, but you can eat all this raw meat.
I
in the
absolutely
world.
believe that.
Fuck no. Everybody's different. Because that's
absolutely believe
okay.
that.
So what about people with allergies then?
I believe that there was evolution that caused them to have allergies.
So-
I believe in
So
both things.
So why is there an evolution that made wolves not be able to digest chocolate, but they can digest raw meat?
It's not about food. That was just one example.
But I'm
one-off.
saying-
They have a natural instinct to do things, whereas humans have choices. Where no other creature has choice.
Oh, my bad.
No other creature has real choice. Sharks are gonna swim. They can't fucking choose to swim and then walk one other day. They don't have choices like that. We have choices that no other creature has had.
It's
and
almost
that
the
is,
same.
in my opinion, that,
Sharks can't walk and we can't sit in underwater for 10 minutes.
yes, we can.
We're
smart enough to create a device that will let us breathe underwater.
Device.
Exactly. That's part of it. Us being able to have a
Dolphins are
choice to
smarter
create a
than
device
us.
to do that.
Dolphins have their own language. But
We have our own language
but
as
we
well.
discredit
We have
them.
70.
We have 7.
We have arms.
Yes, I would.
We thought ahead of the pack. We're just a good enough species to withstand this and build.
So
That's a reasonable explanation.
So if we're a good enough species, right? Then why is a good enough species to be higher than all of the animals in our domain gonna create an idea like a higher power and it not be right?
We create a high power.
Wait a minute. Let that sink in. Don't wait to talk. Let that sink in
What
for
are
a
you
second.
talking about?
So all of the other animals don't believe in a general sense of a higher power.
How do we know?
But we're better than all of them.
Have you ever been a dolphin?
And the majority of humans believe in a general
How
sense
do
of
we
a higher
not know
power.
when the dolphins see the sun come up? They're like, the sun's up.
Because they
Let's
would have
pray
some form of
and let's
worship
eat.
like we do.
How do we know they don't?
They don't.
How do we know?
We know.
Have motherfuckers
We've researched them.
Have you ever
tagged them?
Yeah,
followed
we
them.
tagged them.
They don't
We
go to.
followed them.
They don't have any sort of pattern that would
Do
explain
we
a
understand
higher
what they're
power.
saying? Do you understand when he barks what he's saying?
They don't have an explanation for
They don't have
them
explanation
not
because
showing
we need to
similar.
worry about us. We don't need to worry about fucking animals.
Well, we came from animals by your
We
explanation.
need, of course.
So that's the only thing we can compare ourselves to.
But when did I ever say we came from animals? We're our own species. We're humans.
So you think one day
Here.
humans just one human was born?
Well,
That's it.
no.
No, there had to be more
credit.
than one.
To give JB some credit on this, I don't think humans just came out of nowhere. Like all of a sudden they started like grabbing shit and like having opposable.
We came from somewhere, just like Grizzly. The first.
No, I know.
The first dog came from somewhere. The first blade of grass came from somewhere. We all came from somewhere. I'm not giving that credit to a higher power. No.
So I'm not saying a higher power like what you think as God.
No,
that
you're
must
just
be
saying
worshipped.
you're saying aliens came.
No,
out
I'm not saying that
dropped
either.
us off here,
Wait a minute, no.
And now we're here
You're
in
generalizing my content.
Nigga, that's what you said.
No, I said maybe another sentient being. That doesn't mean an alien.
What came then?
Who knows? I don't know.
I feel like
All I know is we have fundamental differences from animals, and there is a general. It
Yeah.
seems to be a general organization
That's like saying dogs
of things in the
dogs
world.
have fundamental differences from cats.
This is
Cats
true.
have fundamental differences from lizards.
But we have
But
surpassed
guess what?
all of that.
We were lucky enough to be born human.
We have surpassed all of that.
We were lucky enough to be born human.
we have
Human.
That's surpassed all of that.
Look at LeBron James in NBA. He's dominant. What? He's 6'8". He's powerful. He has changed. He's flipped the NBA on its head because you know what? He has the dominant gene to dominate the NBA. So why?
I think you're giving a lot of
Why
credit
can't
to
humans as a whole have a dominance of over any other animal? Period. To make something out of the world.
I think you
Look at the world as the NBA and us as LeBron. We have more to give than a fucking dog or cat. We can communicate like this. We have the ability to speak other languages and communicate with other humans. At the end of the day, we were built for this. There has
You're
to be,
right.
There has to be a
Wait a minute. No, you're right.
There has to be a front runner here.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's humans, and we were lucky enough to be humans.
Yeah, you're 100%
So then-
right.
So then, from being front runners, we can build TVs, clocks,
Absolutely.
fucking houses.
So I'm not giving. That's what I'm saying. You're right. You're 100%
But I'm
right.
not giving that power to a higher.
I'm
being.
not
I'm
saying
giving
that
it to the human
everything
race.
is a higher
No,
power.
I'm
saying
giving
that.
it to us. And
Wait a
only
minute.
us, and that's the only way I'm going to be selfish.
That's fine.
Humans are smart enough to do that. Dogs aren't. Cats aren't. Lizards aren't. Sharks aren't.
Okay.
We are smart enough. We can walk on land and swim. How many animals can do that?
Alligators.
Alligators,
Crocodiles,
maybe. But
frogs.
can they communicate? Do you know the size of an alligator brain? We have them beat by 30 times of brain capacity, and we only use 10% of
Okay,
our brain.
so how were you lucky enough to be born as a human?
I don't fucking know.
I do. It's a higher power.
It's not a fucking higher power.
It really
is.
is.
It's natural fucking selection.
No, I don't
could've
think it's
been
na-
born like Grizz, but guess what?
No.
My sperm
No.
was in the nuts of my father, who happened to be a goddamn human.
Yeah, this is true. And
Now I'm here.
But the mind.
Like, now I'm here.
This is true.
Like-
But the reality is.
I'm not gonna argue with how I got here. I'm gonna argue with what it needs.
But you're
to be
arguing.
for us to still
You're
get
arguing
there.
with points I'm not trying to make. I'm not taking away credit
I'm
from
not
people.
get-
No, you're gonna
I'm-
interrupt. Don't interrupt me.
I'm
Don't
not
interrupt
giving
me.
my power to nobody.
Don't interrupt me.
nigga.
Don't interrupt me. You're
What-
giving arguments about a point about a TV and how we communicate and shit like that. I'm not saying people didn't invent these things. I'm saying the fact that they were people
Yeah.
is because of a higher power.
No.
Not to say that there's a higher power in the room that says you're gonna be a person and you're gonna be a dog. I'm saying the fact that there are even people on this earth, there are even people that humans say Homo sapien has made it here is because of a general organization of things that comes from a higher power.
We just got lucky to be humans.
I don't believe that.
Why can a cactus grow in the desert and not a rose?
Well,
Because of a general organization of things.
I got a great answer for this, man. Like, honestly, like,
God is real.
man.
Whatever God you believe in, it's probably real. It's important to understand
Here's the thing, man.
that a higher power has not guided us,
so God is-
or helped us, but allowed us to be alive.
God is so real that we got a preacher asking for $1,000 in tithes, nigga.
I didn't say that understanding.
That's how real God is.
Look, I didn't say that the disruption of the word of God is a smart thing to do, or that is the thing to do. I'm not out here asking for tithes or selling prayer fucking cloths. I don't think it's a smart decision. All I'm saying is that there's a higher power, in my opinion. Your opinion is different than
A
that.
higher power makes people feel comfortable. I'm here to make people feel uncomfortable.
Good for you. The reason I'm here is not to make anybody feel anything. It's to figure some shit out.
That's the same reason people worship sports teams. That's the same reason people worship these fucking Kardashians, nigga. They need something to believe in.
Right.
So you would rather have people believe in things like sports teams and Kardashians than a higher power that has told stories over the centuries of time?
I'd rather people believe in they fucking self.
I believe that too. And every single wait a minute.
Don't believe that no God gave you that.
Every single major religion tells you to own your faults, own your successes.
Okay, do you not remember the Crusades?
That's an interpretation of the religion that's wrong.
Do you not remember how much religion
That's an
around?
interpretation that's wrong.
Come on, now.
That's an interpretation that's wrong. You can't blame people's interpretations of a religion and forcing it down people's thought on the whole God. You can't blame people's interpretations of what they should do on a God. God doesn't give us things to do.
Religion has about
a higher power doesn't give you things to do. It just allows you to do
much
things.
weight as Jack and Jill, nigga.
I mean, that's your understanding.
It's not but a fucking folklore.
My understanding is different. All I'm saying is I've had exposure to multiple religions, and the similarities are astounding.
I'm gonna believe Adam and Eve all of a sudden.
No, I don't believe that you should take
that
any.
This man sat in a well for all those days.
You're making assumptions about what I'm talking about.
No, I hear what you're saying.
No, you're saying things should be taken literally, like the Bible. I don't think the Bible should be taken literally. It's not a literal document. It's not a historic record.
I feel like just religion, believing in a higher power, has stopped people from fucking progressing and being what they want to be.
90% of
Because
people.
so many people
90% of people in 1960 went to
Maybe-
church every
maybe
Sunday.
people
Hold on a
don't-
minute.
maybe
Hold on a
people
minute.
don't
You said
like
religion has stopped people from progressing. 90% of people went to church in 1960 on every Sunday. 90% of people in America went to church. 90%. What is the progression from 1960 to
Out
now?
of that 90%, how many of them reached their dreams?
Oh, a lot of them. We went to the moon.
I asked 90%.
They went to the moon,
We
bro.
went to the moon after I just talked to you the other day about.
I don't believe they went to the moon.
So did we go to the moon?
I don't know.
Shit, man.
Look it up. Look into it.
Shit, man.
I'm not talking
Like,
shit.
come on now.
I'm just saying there's been very much successful people that
Religion
believe
stops
it.
people from progressing.
That's
because
not true,
because
man.
You think God is going to give you a fucking sign?
That's the
or
wrong
a
way to
key
think about
or
God.
or the fucking power
No,
to do this. It's
no.
not finna happen.
That's
nigga.
the wrong way to think about God
Make your
or a
own
higher
fucking
power.
destiny.
That's the wrong way to think about God or a higher power.
We've taken away.
If you want God to come in your life and give you everything, you're never gonna get anything.
Religion has taken away from the power of humans, nigga.
That's not true at all.
It has. If that was the case, everybody be millionaires. But no, there's many Bible thumpers waiting. God's gonna give me a sign.
That's the wrong way.
God's gonna give me this. God ain't gonna give you shit.
It's true,
Because
it's
he ain't
not.
fucking there. Go out and fucking get it yourself.
God has given you the ability to get it yourself.
God ain't gave them shit but false fucking hope.
No,
by
that's
these Joel Osteens of the fucking country.
That's you
nigga.
being jaded by
I'm
horrible
not being
pastors and
jaded
preachers.
by nothing.
You are
I'm
expecting I'm
not expecting shit from no higher power. If I don't get it, then that's on my own. That's not because well, God don't want me to have it today. No, that's because I didn't fucking work for it.
But God has given you the ability to work.
God ain't give me the ability for shit.
Hey, God has, man.
And no God has gave me that. I was lucky enough to be born a human and not a fucking sea turtle, nigga. They ain't got nothing to do with me.
So you think it's just a random draw?
Yeah, it is. Basically.
All right, well.
How'd you become a human, Joe?
I believe a higher power chose me to be.
God made you be a human?
No, I said a higher power chose me
a
to be a
higher
human.
power chose you to be a human.
Yeah.
Okay, what have you invented?
Nothing, really.
Nothing! And neither have I!
Well, that's not because of God.
Why did Steve Jobs
I don't really
create
have...
Apple? You think Steve Jobs was praying every night and then all of a sudden a higher power came down and said, make Apple?
No.
Oh, they just gave it to him.
You're missing my whole argument,
No,
bro.
you're missing my whole
no,
argument.
you're just
Is that-
surpassing everything I
is
said and
that
said God is supposed to give us shit. I'm not saying that at all.
Without giving humans the proper credit, we take away from what we can do.
I'm not saying don't give
Every
anybody
human
credit.
on this earth has a unique niche, and if they don't capitalize on it and wait for this higher beam, they will never reach it.
You're 100% right, but I feel like a higher power has
so
given
I
us
give
the
you this
ability
higher
to capitalize on it.
Because obviously these people in the government, these people
Like a higher power
in
gave you
music,
some
these people in
private cat.
entertainment don't believe in that higher power. They go out and get it. And you know what they do? They turn around and sell false hope to these motherfuckers. Oh, well, I gotta give all praise to God. You don't give all praise to God. When you was fucking doing this, you wasn't praying one goddamn day in your life.
How do you know?
How do you mean how I know? Listen to the music. Look at their actions. You mean to tell me these people was praising God and out here sinning?
I don't
That's
idolize.
fucking diction,
I don't
nigga.
idolize or try to be
Fuck outta here.
a person that's famous. I'm not trying to do that.
Fuck out of here, man. These people.
No, I'm
these
trying.
people are
I'm trying to find
contradictions.
what is the best mode for
we
me.
praise walking contradictions.
I don't
man.
praise anybody.
Fuck all that, man.
You're missing
There
a
is
large
no
chunk
higher
of my
power.
point.
The higher power on earth is humans. Period. You are lucky
And
enough to be
I feel-
born a fucking
I
human,
feel like when
and
you say
better
you're a-
take fucking advantage of it.
I
nigga,
feel like when you
before
say-
you die. Because after you die, there is no more. There ain't no reincarnation. There ain't no
You're-
more.
you're
I'm gonna
speaking-
come back as a butterfly. No, there ain't no higher power.
Right now,
You are lucky to be born with
right
luck.
now, you're speaking
Where do you
in.
think the term luck came from?
I don't know. You can look it up. But you're speaking
Like,
right
come
now
on,
in,
now.
in a total factual statement. And that's wrong. Because you don't know the answer. You haven't been dead and back. You're wrong. You're 100%
But I've
wrong
been a human.
to speak factually.
But I've been a
You
human.
know, you're 100% wrong to speak factually
I've
on
been
what
a
happens
human.
after you die.
I've
No,
been
you're
a
just
human.
wrong, though.
I've been a human, though.
You're wrong. You said personally 10 minutes ago that you could only believe facts that you see.
Okay.
And you cannot see what happens after you die because you haven't been there and back.
But
No,
nothing.
You can't.
You shot me. Okay.
You
So
can't.
I don't know what happens when you die.
Exactly.
You
So
might
don't
come back
say it with the
reincarnated.
a firm affinity that it's 100% nothing happens after you die. It's wrong. That's 100 by your standard.
But-
that's wrong.
but I'm not gonna
by
believe in no
your
higher
standard. That's
power.
wrong. So you're giving credit to
Okay.
science where it's
Okay,
not
so
really
by theory,
credible by yours, even on your own
by theory,
standard.
when I die, ain't shit gonna happen.
That's your theory.
And shit. That could be
Okay.
my theory.
By the same
That
standard
could be my
and
theory.
scientific theory, no matter is ever created. It's only destroyed and rebuilt.
Has science ever proven that
100
Disney died and came back as a caterpillar?
No.
All right.
But you know what science has proven?
Has science ever proven that anybody?
You know what
came
science
back?
has proven?
Has science ever proven anybody came back?
Yes.
Who came back?
You know, it comes back in the form of whatever bugs ate you and whatever poop they let out. Because your matter is not created out of thin air. It's here and it's stuck here. And it's going to be turned into something else.
And the higher power
So for you
made
to
that,
say
right?
after you die nothing is there is wrong.
But the higher
because you're
power made
still
that, right?
there and whatever eats you is going to be there as well. Their excrement will have you in it. You are not gone. You are a part of something else.
So
That is scientifically proven.
So
Whether you want to believe it or not.
you eat, that cow just here forever.
Yes, because when you poop it out, where does it go? It doesn't just go down the toilet. It goes somewhere else.
It goes somewhere else.
Exactly. And that
it's
matter
not-
was
but it's
never
not a
destroyed.
cow.
But that matter was never destroyed.
It's not
it was,
a cow.
Yes, it is. It was eaten, and now it's the whatever your byproduct of a cow is. Whether you want to believe that or not is your fact, but it is scientific fact.
It's not reincarnated.
By your standard, it is
I say
scientific
you don't
fact.
get reincarnated.
But by your standard of what you can
So all
see,
you're saying is that reincarnation is that I'm gonna come back as a piece of shit.
no, your energy is not gone.
Like fuck all that.
No, what you are and what makes you is not gone. Whether you want to believe it or not, it's still on Earth.
Yeah, it's still here.
Exactly.
But it's not me.
So how do you know? You've not been dead and back. You've not been dead
It's not
and been able to
me.
see what happened.
I've never seen a piece of shit moo at me, and I eat plenty of steaks.
I dig that. That's a really subjective way to look at things, but
That's what you're saying. We be subjective.
no, but by it mooing,
But
that's
it's still
crazy.
a cow.
It's still shit doesn't move.
It's still a fucking cow though.
You're correct.
Cows move.
And
I ain't never milked a piece of shit
but
and got a glass of milk
But
out.
part of the cow is part of your chest muscle and part of your arm muscle. Whether you want to believe that or not, that's science. Where do you think the cow goes when you eat it? It just doesn't turn to poop. It becomes a part of you.
How much you trust science, Joe?
How much do you trust science? Because you put a lot of faith in it. Saying that there's no higher power, you put all the faith in science.
No, I put all the faith in me.
What part of that is science? If you only
Because-
believe
because
that
I
you were
believe
just
in it.
lucky enough to be born as a human instead of a dog, that's all science.
Yeah,
you
pretty
put
much.
no faith in any higher power at all.
I put faith in me. I put faith
You
in
put
what?
100% faith in science when you say there's nothing else after.
When did I ever say science this whole conversation?
Well, you said it by your actions. You don't believe anything you can't see. That's what science determines to prove.
I don't believe in science.
How do you not believe in science or a higher power?
I believe in me. I believe I can make my own luck.
You can by hard work, dedication, effort.
And
These things are talked
and
about.
no higher power puts that in me.
They put the ability to do that.
They don't put that ability in me.
How do you know?
Because that should be in everybody. If that
It
was the
is
case,
in everybody, but everybody doesn't make those choices.
why do we have homeless people?
But everybody doesn't make those
All
choices.
right, then.
It is in everybody.
That's their human-
But a higher power is not going to
That-
make you do it.
that's their
It's
human-
going to let you choose.
That's their human choice to be sorry as fuck.
Exactly. And they are sorry.
That's not their higher power choice.
It's not. The higher power gave them the choice. And they chose to be a sorry motherfucker.
Nah.
That's the way I
I
believe.
don't believe it.
That's the way I believe. And we're going to have to agree to disagree because that's just kind of what it is.
We're going to have to, but
And I'm going to hit one of these
140
because we
characters in the
seem like
streets.
a motherfucking religious podcast. and I think it's because the Cuervo got us.
It's honestly
It's not.
like a
It's been an
legit
interesting conversation.
Hey, believe in what you want to. Don't listen to me. Believe in what you motherfucking
Facts,
want to.
man.
I'm not
Whatever
gonna
makes you happy.
I'm not going to stop anybody from believing in whatever.
On this just a little bit. Both points, really good fucking arguments. To be honest with you.
I think more people need to have conversations like this. Because how do you
Don't
find...
be afraid. to
Yeah,
have
because
it.
sitting in the quiet, a lot of people can't think the right way
I'm about to
sitting
hit
quiet.
that. Don't you put it out.
A lot of people can't think the right way sitting quietly. They need to have a conversation to expel some of the bullshit out their mind.
But people are too scared of their opinion not being accepted by the masses.
This is true.
So, but I really don't give a fuck.
Me either. I absolutely don't.
Because my opinion shouldn't bother you.
It's my opinion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not yours.
We can
you got
we can
yours.
talk
I
about
got
it.
mine.
At the end of the day, it doesn't change who I
Yeah,
am.
exactly.
I'm still going to be Jordan B.
100%. I'm still gonna be. I'm
But
still gonna be
that's just how
Joe.
I
That's
feel.
how it is. That's how it is.
I feel.
But I think a lot of it, you know, you can learn a lot from the discussion. In the general sense that you can learn a lot from the discussion.
Definitely.
And I feel like,
me and Joe just had a heated argument, but that's still my nigga. That's still my brother. I
100%,
love that
of course.
motherfucker to death. Don't ever think that we over here, debating that. That ain't gonna stop nothing.
no,
Fuck all that.
people need to have conversations. And I think a lot of people these days are too sensitive to have these type of conversations.
It's not even too sensitive. They're just too scared. Nobody wants
That's
to
what I
have,
mean.
Nobody
That's kinda
wants to
what I
have an opposing opinion against the masses.
But I mean,
because if you have that, then like you said, tribalism, you get killed.
yeah, that's how it's becoming more and more that way, and that's not good.
You know what I mean? People are probably
You should be able to say
know how many
whatever you
people are
want.
probably gonna try to kill me after this, but you know what? I don't give a fuck. This
They on the same boat with me, you know. I'm just some idiot that believes in a God. I don't even know how to explain it. You know what I'm saying?
like that's how I feel.
No, but at the end of the day, like
I've been on this earth 26 years. I haven't had one sign. Period.
The way I look at it is the fact that you breathe is the sign. Like that's the sign. Like just the natural, you being able to be here is the sign. But that's also, like you said, I'm not giving credit to God for any inventions that humans have come up
I
with.
don't question why I'm here. I'm just here.
But part of being a human is questioning it.
Right.
That's it. It's a general question that most humans have.
I've asked myself the question.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna question why I'm here. I'm just here, so I need to make the best of it before I'm not here
Y'all
anymore.
people on the bottom.
Yeah, everybody is a human at the end of the day.
I mean, at the end of the day, the only thing that's guaranteed.
Everyone
At the end of the day, the only thing that's guaranteed in death is death.
Taxes these days.
Taxes and death.
Everyone's thought,
But
at
I'm here.
some point in their life, I'm gonna die at some point, and
Yeah, I've cried about it.
Everyone's thought about that, man. Like
Dying is definitely a fear of mine.
It's not a comfortable thought.
It's not a comfortable thought. Because you're here, you're living life, then all of a sudden it's gone.
Right, and you can't even comprehend.
And it's gone forever.
But I think that's a lot for a species to
I'm still in
understand.
there. Don't you put that out as I tell you.
It's a lot for a species to kind of handle is the fact that we know that there are pending.
So that's why there's religion here to ease people.
No, I think, but I still also believe there is something to be said about things happening at different parts of the world at the same time that have no communication with each other. Like the fact that there is a worship of some higher being all across history, all across hundreds, thousands of years ago since the inception of civilization. There has been an idea and an understanding of something pious or something above us. Like that part is real. Whether you want to, believe it or not, and you think it's just manipulation of population or not,
only thing above
there's
us
still
is
an
the sun.
understanding that is shared for 20, 30,000 years with other humans. That understanding that there's something above us, a lot of humans share that with 20,000
Only thing that everybody
30,000
shares
years
is the sun, and then it gets.
And a lot of it, the worship was of the sun.
Yeah.
It's true too.
And then it gets turned around.
Well,
The sun is this, the sun is that. Da, da, da. Like,
I think that
at the end of the day, the only thing that everybody in the world sees together is the sun and the moon.
and I think part of that creates some sort of form of like a relationship to a higher power because it is stronger than us. We are the highest as species, right? But without the sun, there's fucking nothing.
Yeah.
We have nothing. We're gonna be frozen solid,
And
like
everybody understood
human
that.
popsicles. You understand what I'm saying? Without
But
the
the sun
sun.
ain't the higher power that's making me act right.
I didn't ever say that the higher power makes you do anything. You misconstrued some of my things.
Well, the sun
Gave you the ability to choose. Is
The
all I'm
sun
saying.
didn't give me the ability to choose either.
Well, it gave you life.
The sun was up.
It gave you life.
The sun was up when I hit licks. And
It
the
gave
sun
you
was
life.
Up when I helped the old lady.
It
cross
gave
the
you
street.
life, though. The one constant between both of those things, hitting the lick or helping the old lady, is you have life.
So I'm supposed to praise the sun?
No. You're not supposed to praise anything. I'm not telling you to do anything.
Is anything worth anything?
Yeah. If I punch you in the
Well,
face,
listen,
the
listen,
doctor's visit is worth
Joe,
whatever you need to pay to get your teeth
I'm about to
fixed.
throw you on some real shit. Listen, like intrinsic value versus actual.
Oh,
value,
I can deeply dive into this. The intrinsic value of me being sick and needing help is immeasurable.
Right.
There's some intrinsic value right there.
Right.
If you have a broken arm, me having the ability to fix it in the right way
That's
so your
intrinsic
arm
value.
will work again is a value that
It's
it's guaranteed across all fucking forms of
I'm gonna
civilization,
say JB's
currency.
spot just while he intermission in on the piss test. But
On the piss test. Look,
But-
Grizzly is bigger than Logan.
I know that.
You can't even.
Like-
Yo, he's camouflaged into the camera right now. You can't even see him.
Uh,
You gonna lick your ear? Watch out. Nah, but this has been an interesting ass podcast. It's about
Yeah.
God a lot of times.
Honestly, we gotta agree. Like, man, it's hard to like agree with both points at a certain point, man. Because
Definitely
it's
is, man.
It's like
But it's good to talk about, right?
it's good to talk.
Nobody
about, man.
wants
There
to talk
needs
about
be
that shit.
Open
Yeah.
discussion.
Nobody needs to talk. Nobody wants to talk. Freedom of speech is a real thing. How do you learn how to have a conversation if you can't freely speak?
You can't. Like, here's the thing, man. Like, people just are so afraid to have that conversation anymore, man. Like, man, your dog loves me, but
He loves everybody.
like, real talk, man. People are just so afraid to have the conversation anymore, man. That's really the biggest obstacle. Versus,
Chill out.
yeah, you need to chill out just a little bit.
You're right, man. You're right. You're 100%
People are
right.
just too afraid, like, you know, I mean, people aren't gonna talk about that, like, out in the open.
Hell no, man.
That shit crazy, man.
They're
JB
scared
back
to
there.
most of the time.
He about to pot me for fucking
He on the spot.
So
Anyway, this is the
140 characters in the streets.
this is the 140 Characters podcast. Sorry,
Higher power give us the same idea.
we did have a shared collective thought there.
it's a higher power that brought me.
This is the 140
to each
characters.
other.
This is the 140 Characters
Me and you to
podcast.
each other.
So one thing I want to say is, if you're listening still, then you're intrigued, right? And if you're intrigued by what we're saying, it's only going to get better. Please hit the subscribe button.
Please.
Please hit the subscribe button. Beyond that, I think we're done for the day. You done for the day? You got anything else to say, JB? Got any other topics you want to touch on?
Man, we really poured our hearts out on this shit.
Facts, man. This is real shit, man. This is what we talk about.
I feel like
Look, if these, to be real with you though, if these mics weren't here, how many conversations we had like this,
we would be
JB?
having the same
How many
exact
conversations we've had like this? So, I mean, it's not forced. I just want everybody to think, like, I didn't just choose this side of the debate to talk about it like this.
No,
I
it's real.
This conversation has happened maybe 10 or 15 times already. Maybe not with this much gusto because there was chicks in the room, so we wanted to get some pussy, so we changed the subject. But in reality, this is how life is, man. And we just try to approach it that way. So if you like what you heard, please hit the subscribe button. And to all the women beaters out there, God never said do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, kill yourself, basically.
That's fact. Kill yourself right now.
And now,
Don't even, like,
to leave on a good note, while my girl's asleep, I think it's time for it. I'm gonna give the gummy bear story.
Oh, the gummy bear story. Okay. Preface this.
fucking man.
Hold on a minute. Let's preface this whole story. So I think the day started at 2 p.m. It started with a bottle of Ciroc.
You know it's a good day when
We woke up and we were drunk the night before. Facts on this? pretty sure we drunk the night before.
Probably. I mean,
I woke up.
last
I
summer
woke.
was a very drunk.
Yo, it was wildin'. I woke up. I think it was 2 p.m. I was off work, thank God. And then we had planned to drink that night also. I didn't have to work till like 3 in the next day too, so it was great.
I got caught into a party by the chick that got the gummy bear.
But yo,
And for sake of names, I'm just gonna take it to a different world. Whitley.
Whitley Houston. Whitley Houston.
Whitley Fogel. Definitely calmed me into having a party this night, but I had
But the party was good. So
party was good.
It's about 8:30, 9 o'clock.
We had a bottle of Jameson, 30 rack of Guinness, and some playing cards.
It was Genesee.
Genesee, yeah, Genesee.
For those who don't know,
Way better though.
for
Like,
those who don't know what Genesee beer is, it's $17 for like
It's not even
700 beers.
It's $11
For 700 beers.
Like, if you broke and you party in a college town, Genesee.
The green pack though.
Green, please.
Get the green pack.
Don't get red.
Don't get the red's too heavy.
Treat it like cigarettes. Red is
140 characters in the streets.
green is camel menthol. I know. Red is Cowboy Killers. Green is
Newport.
Newports. Yeah.
alternate solution: get drunk till all tastes the same.
But anyways, I'm about to steal a cigarette from you.
I got one left.
Damn it, you got a cigarette? Because I got to tell this story. Because goddamn it, everybody's been wanting it every week. I got to
hold that. Go ahead.
I got to tell the goddamn fucking gummy bear story.
Hey, I got you on a cig.
And you know what?
Smoke that one.
And you know what? I don't even. It don't even hurt me to tell the story because you know what? All y'all niggas who gave a bitch the gummy bear before. I'm just putting it in the context.
Probably. I don't know what the gummy bear means.
Let
but
me
I'm
build the
probably
scene a
giving
little
bitch
bit.
Gummy bears.
Let me build the scene.
How you gonna build a scene in my story? Let me build a scene.
Cause you smoking a cig.
No, because I'm gonna let people know.
All right.
Let me build a scene. We at the kitchen table.
8 p.m.
We're playing Kings.
Let's start at 8 p.m. It started earlier than that.
It's me, Smashley, Whitley, Dreads.
What's her name?
That I know who you're talking
What
about.
was it? Salacious.
Salacious. Yusef. As a matter of fact, Yusef, was that the same night as the boxing match?
No, it was.
Yeah, it was the same night as the boxing
Yeah,
match.
I knocked the motherfucker clean into
Joe made
another
a
world.
motherfucker cough up blood for 30 minutes.
Facts. I got the hands.
But
I
that's
got
beyond the
hands.
point.
I got hands. They real hands.
Let's just get to the fact. So, the night's winding down. We done drank Jameson, the whole case. I'm in the living room, right where you see us right now.
Yes.
If you look to the left, where our producer's sitting, Young LSD, I actually got a lap dance in that seat
Yes.
to Despacito
Despacito.
by Young Whitley.
Wait a minute.
So I was
Wait a
like-
minute. Who put the song on?
Joe did put the reggaeton on.
Yeah, I turned the whole vibe of the party out by that reggaeton on some Puerto Rico shit.
Joe was 15% of the reason I gave the bitch the gummy bear.
What?
But-
I hooked you up. I hooked this man up. What do you mean? I put the
Trying to like
look,
pass the blame off on
bruh.
like this man.
when before the gummy bear happens, I'm seeing JB in the corner. He getting lovely. He over there getting smushy. You know what I'm saying? With the girl with him. And the music is on some real fast-paced shit. So I go over there and I switch the music up to some reggaeton, little wine on me type shit, Pitbull, Daddy Yankee type shit. Turns out Despacito pops on. At this moment, I realize it's time for Joe to exit scene left.
It's time.
So he's getting smooth over there. I dap him up.
I got my real
and I
Rico
take,
Suave
wait a minute,
shit.
I take the rest of the people upstairs down to the other rooms so he could chill. I take everybody. I cleared the room out for my man. I'm like, get your business in.
Everybody went to my room. Everybody went to my room.
Cleared the whole house
it's
out.
just me and the little Jordan up here.
And I dapped him up before I left. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Didn't I dap you up before I
He
left?
dapped me up.
There it is.
So we made
Gang
out.
shit.
The same couch that you see me and Joe sitting on. If you look to the right of Joe, that's where the shit happened. I was like, eat a pussy, bitch bad, eat a pussy.
Wait a minute. You ate the monkey?
Man, that bitch is bad. Ain't no,
He ate the monkey.
Ain't no motherfucking way in hell I wasn't finna eat that pussy. I ate the pussy.
Yes.
You ate the booty?
Every time.
I hell no, I ate the booty. Fuck all that.
You ate the booty?
Fuck no.
Every time.
Yeah, I ate the booty. Fuck the booty.
Every time.
I ate the pussy. I ate the pussy and beat my dick. I'm like, okay, so my dick don't want to cooperate. Maybe just because, it's early and starting, so fuck it. I'm like, all right.
Wait a minute. Let's get back to the eating the box. So did you give it like the professional eat the box treatment?
I gave her.
Yeah, did you give it a real?
I say it like this. I try to clean the whiteboard. with the Einstein equation on it. I'm trying to clean that bitch off. I went to town. Any bitch who's ever had a pussy ate by me, they attest to it. They know what's up.
Cookie Monster.
This tongue will.
Oh my god.
This tongue will make your toes touch your heels.
With your feet out in the sandals.
But that's not the point. Anyway, eat the pussy. Beat my dick, trying to get my dick right.
Where was she standing when you was eating the box?
She wasn't standing. I laid her ass down. Real subtle like. And I'm beating my dick. I'm like, this shit is not getting right, but maybe, I'm eating the pussy. I'm not getting mine, so let me just chill. So then I said, I'm like, oh yeah, let me get some head. Put the meat in the mouth.
Wait a minute. You put the meat in the mouth?
Put the meat in the mouth. Which
was it tuna fish?
No, I put the meat in the mouth.
Was it a Slim Jim?
She sucked it for about a good 30 seconds, and the dick didn't even cooperate. It was on a smoke break.
We all been there.
My dick is.
Wait a minute. The girl is a dime.
A dime piece.
Dick still on smoke break.
Dick on smoke break, and the girl is a dime.
Dick on smoke break like a motherfucker. I say, ain't just about a bitch. In my mind, I knew what was gonna happen because I knew how drunk I was. But I didn't want to say nothing. I was like, you know what? Maybe I might just pop in. I might hit the phone booth and turn from Clark Kent to Superman. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Put the meat in the mouth. It feels good.
It's warm in there.
So
she's a slurper.
So I go to Smash, and I'm ramming nothing but gummy bear dick in this bitch. You understand me? I try to hit her from the back. I try to hit her from the back. I lay her on the back. I'm ramming nothing but gummy bear dick in the bitch.
Bro, like you ever been like fucking a bitch?
Wait a minute.
I've never been so mad at myself to the point where I was like, you know what, bitch? We just gonna go downstairs and go to sleep. I tried, I shit you not for good.
Now I'm gonna say
I tried for a good 20 minutes to ram this soggy ass dick in this.
My man had the cinnamon toast crunch after 20 minutes in the milk dick.
Yeah. You ever put your ramen noodles in the microwave for too long and then you put the fork under them?
And it just corrupt.
That's what I had. My dick was dangling. I ain't never been so mad. This is a bad bitch. I ain't gonna say this is the baddest bitch I've ever smashed. I've smashed some pretty bitches, but she was up there.
Like a high nine.
And the fact that I gave this bitch,
got a freak too. I'm pretty sure.
Freak, smashly fucked her. But the fact that
if y'all are listening right now. We don't mean no disrespect to tell the story, but it's a funny story. You know what I'm saying? So this is just a disclaimer. I'm sure Jordan don't mean no disrespect. That's why we're using different names and shit.
Soft.
Did you apologize? Should you apologize to her?
Soft.
She should apologize to her.
I gave her 5.
Did you apologize to her?
I gave this bitch 5 inches of soft gummy bear dick.
You ain't trying to like cuff it at the bottom?
Had it would got hard, I'd have gave her 8.5.
Did you cuff it at the bottom?
I tried everything. I spit on it. I beat it. I rubbed it against her clit. Nothing worked. The bitch was soft.
Lord!
Now here's Dickie. Then came upstairs to hear this story. Cause she ain't asleep. Come over here, baby. We about to end the show anyways.
So wait a minute. Hold on a minute.
140 characters in the streets.
Please hit the subscribe button.
Please hit the subscribe button. My girlfriend is coming here to hear the story, but yeah.
She is not the person we're talking about.
Yeah, this is definitely not the person I'm talking about. But yeah, I gave this bitch straight gummy bear, nigga.
Oh, man. That's a good story. We should end it with that.
Gummy bear.
Hey, we signing off, man.
If you ever gave a bitch a gummy bear,
leave a comment.
Share your stories. Don't be ashamed.
Hashtag gummy bear.
Niggas give bitches gummy bears from time to time. This nigga Joe had the magic pill in his fucking room. I didn't even ask for it. Instead, I try to go in.
What you mean I got the magic pill?
I try to go in.
I did have the magic pills back then.
Straight gummy bear.
I did have the magic pills back then, for real.
I'll put it like this. Dick and balls was in her pussy and I couldn't get hard. And I'm in it on that. It's another episode of 140 Characters. Again, it's your boy Mike Jordan, JoeyTmoney, LSD Producing, and
we out.
Motherfucking out.
140 characters in the streets, nigga.
No, you gotta hit stop.